Last time on Field of Flies.
Z.
Yes, Flies Ball Z. I hope that doesn't cause any problems.
No.
Okay. We
Oh
the
come
party.
on, no one. Oh come on, balls and Z doesn't have a copyright.
Yeah, but
unless
like
unless it's some weird porno.
it sounds
That's not what I meant it to be.
it sounded like he was saying ballsy flies.
Also, this is kind of in the scope of the game. The party dealt with the aftermath of their incursion into the Black Sun warehouse below Tibasport.
Jorl and Omen were fucking up too much, so Gina said, "Screw you guys, I'm going to another country."
Genus left on a boat for another country, for Flies Aeon, where she will spend at least a couple months, I imagine, in luxurious buildings and
Mai Tais on the
inns
beach.
Yeah, Mai Tais on the beach with
Octavia.
Thank you. Wow. While they set up their new local thieves ring
with Macklin.
With Macklin.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to be having a lot of fun. Meanwhile, you guys decided to flee Tibasport south, both to avoid whatever oncoming confusion or monster had destroyed an Atari and it was now moving over the Mukherjee River.
And Omen made a hole in the wall with Chef, so all those people will be dead.
She did break down the door.
Yeah. I mean, you're just going back quickly to the slowly now. It's fine.
Most importantly, Chef lost his hat. So, you might need a new name for him.
No. Just find a better hat. Just find a new hat.
A better hat. A larger hat.
He'll always be Chef to us.
Yeah.
He'll be Chef in your hearts.
By the way, and at the end, Jorl, along with all the other members of the Fiends of Anatari, left south on Tibasport in the wagon. Omen, you will, if you run, you can probably catch up with them. You didn't leave, but a couple hours after they did.
Run like a kung fu hustle.
So, would you run in pursuit of them? What?
Yeah, if it's plausible to catch up with them, then yeah.
Yeah. You can sense the magical items on Jorl from where you were on the hillside after you experienced that unusual vortex coming towards you. But it is far off. And if you move quickly, you feel like you might be able to outrun it. So, Jorl was laying on his back. Noah was driving the wagon. Before too long, Idrid will sense, and the rest of you will hear Omen running up behind you on the wagon. And she'll be allowed to enter. Also, as you are traveling on this road, you begin to take note of a lot of other travelers on this road. It's understandable because you've heard that there's some sort of great calamity coming towards Tibasport, but there seem to be large wagons just laden with people that you saw on the streets. And like sacks of food. It seems like cramming as much supplies and people as they can into small sections, moving south with you. So while you start off at the forefront of this, eventually you wind up with like a decently sized group, a caravan at your tail, unless you want to speed up ahead of them.
I think if we're in a convoy, that's less discreet. I mean, more discreet.
Yes. Okay. So,
sure.
I mean, you're not going to be too discreet with the tree, but and you will get some people occasionally asking for apples. They seem to be a lot of the people that were stuck outside of the gate in Tibasport on these large wagons. and they just have like the basics. They have dry grain, and a lot of the times that's how they have to eat it.
Mm-hmm.
How far down were you planning to go before jumping off road to go towards the Desert of Memories or the Moor of Memories?
That's a good question, which I don't think I can answer without a map.
When it was thought that you can talk to Karma about this, when they thought you might not be able to catch up, when they thought you would be doing things in Tiba Sport for like over a day or two, the original idea was to like break off here and like meet up there at the McCurdy River split.
But that was 2 weeks ago. So forgive me for forgetting.
I'm not in any state to make any suggestions, but I personally think it would be great if we could go through the Scar of the Martyr, but...
No, that's what we're planning on doing, right? But it was like, I think we agreed we're gonna, like, go, like, halfway down the coast, and then, like...
Okay, so...
No, we're going through the forest to decide doing that?
Okay, so halfway down the coast, and then we head through the
Through Pleasant Forest.
the Murakuji River, and then through the Scar of the Martyr.
You are no martyr, Jorel.
I know, but there's a lot of very good alchemical ingredients in the Scar of the Martyr, and then through the desert.
We did mention the forest. I don't remember why.
Oh yeah.
There was, I think there was a mention of like just going by road down to Port Rue and then swinging around, just going fully by road because while going off road is more direct, you're also going over a river, over possibly the Scar of the Martyr. Both of these will make your movement significantly slower.
Depends. I mean, like going through
the
river.
I thought we were gonna.
Go ahead.
Roads though, because the Inquisition might be onto us.
That is fair.
Well, yeah, and don't forget, Genus gave a last bit of information that the Inquisition was on the way, along with something big.
Yeah, I think that was what influenced our decision, actually. So, yeah, on the coast and then cut across.
Right.
I guess, no particular reason to go through the forest.
Yeah.
Other than maybe to be discreet and like,
especially since
just before Pragna.
Yeah, especially since if our next destination is in Ateri, we don't like. We could just go through here, and then go back up, or we could go back through Modeste Gravitas. The problem is that's where we went through the first time, and the Inquisition might be onto us. So I think the safest and best way is through those two things, because anybody following us is going to have a very hard time going through both the river and the Scar of the Martyr. Scar of the Martyr is this like big chasm that has like its own biosphere inside of the like beneath under the cliffs, basically, because it's basically completely cut off from the rest of the world. So there's like strange and exotic plants that grow there. A lot of them have interesting alchemical components and a lot of poisons.
Yeah,
like some of the best poisons in the world can be found there, because there's some Ramelin trees, and Ramelin, what's it called?
Sap.
Sap is one of the strongest poisons, so it's probably like very well known in Dwemerhof as a source for like strongest poisons. Yeah,
it is like a treasure hunter's paradise, but it's also terribly dangerous. No one knows about it. No one you probably know about it. Just being this place where people love to spin rumors and
but because there's all that weird wake shit influencing that, right?
Yeah, the poisons will be super useful against the undead.
Well, you don't. The wake stuff doesn't generally come up in conversations with the old men who go and try to make a living by getting the materials from the Scar of the Martyr.
Yeah.
But you've lived in Anateri, so you were never too far away.
Mhm.
You may have had an inkling of that yourself.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's definitely where we're going. So that's right. So just
Yeah, because like whatever wiped out Anantares is probably coming by the roads, and then like you got the Inquisition that came through the camp of like that like is gonna go through the camp of all the magic people we went through, and they fled. So yeah, so go
that's what we're doing. Probably exactly what we said we were doing last week.
going off road.
Alright.
All right.
When do you go off road?
Probably somewhere.
Draw me your line.
Probably somewhere around here, I think.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, like, Omen's in charge. Omen's making the decisions now.
Omen is the boss.
Yeah.
Omen's bad at drawing on a map.
Yeah.
That's okay, Omen. We'll get the general idea. So, you set off on your journey. It's a couple. You're moving a little bit faster than usual, but it's still miles. This is a large stretch of terrain. You have some materials. You You move through a couple of very minor villages on the way, and it takes you. If you're moving fast, it will take you about 3 days to get right here. And most of this time, you are traveling between rocky shores and cliff sides, through which you can overlook the Pellegrini coast. It's quiet. You can chat with the other people in the caravan if you want to, though most of them seem to be the same type of people that you saw outside of the Tibas port walls. So they're mostly just worried about where they're going and where they're going to get their next meal after all the food in these carts is runs dry. Though they do seem to be like packed for a journey. They're like, with this alone, they should be able to make it halfway to Port Rue at least. However, as you guys are roaming around the curve of the Pellegrini coast here, you're on the border of a cliffside, maybe 15 feet tall. It slopes down semi-steeply into just a thin stretch of shoreline before just emptying out into the ocean. And you're coming around a curve on the right. And let me do a little roll. Okay. Everyone make a notice check. Who is up front? Null is up front. Is anyone else up front? Not Joro. Are you up front, Omen?
Omen?
Nice. Yeah, fold.
Oh,
She
okay.
had a 182.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. So you and Null might be casually talking. Null is also up front. And he looks up, and you look up as you see across a good maybe 500-foot span, the cliffside, another cliffside that you will eventually be going around. But as you do, you see a company of people on horses. Very plainly, one in the front wearing a white tabard with a red cross on it.
Whoa.
Now, you aren't the front of the caravan, but there are only 4 or 5 wagons in front of you. And you can see that this company stretches a good deal down the road. There seem to be at least 30 mounted individuals on this road in front of you, followed by several wagons and carriages.
Oh, shit.
That's exactly what Null says. So darn.
Wait here. just try and come to this wagon. To the back and like alert everyone.
But we've got a
Inquisition,
tree in
yeah.
here. We've got a tree in our wagon.
Off, just think of something.
Okay. That's not my strong suit, but I'll do my best.
Sure.
Karma like peeks out behind Null and like scoots over into the back of the wagon and is just rubbing his temples. So you're gonna wait for them to come to you?
I mean, can anyone think of something? Anything to maybe we've got zombies in a big tree in our wagon? No,
I think
no
you're
one?
muted, Joral.
My bad. I say, oh, we have Chef. What's happening outside?
The Inquisition is, it looks like.
Uh-oh.
There's about 2-3 dozen. We can probably take them. It's fine.
Joral, I think
Hey.
Simon is messing with his sound equipment.
Oh.
Genus doesn't have the other side of the Elu Peligre, does she?
She took it off. She's not wearing it.
Yeah, Octavia
Don't know who she
has
gave
it.
it to. Oh yeah,
Octavia has the other
but
side.
I can't talk to her, so it's
Yeah,
pretty
you
much
don't know
useless.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, but your brains have left for another country.
You might like get like the vaguest sense that someone is trying to talk to you, Omen, at points. Like along the road you might have like randomly heard the word hello and like looked over your shoulder and like there's nobody there. Weird.
Hello?
That'd be.
Yes. But like nothing beyond like that, it's just murmurs and nothing. If you're wearing it at all, I don't know if you wear it all the time.
No, she'd still be wearing it, I think.
Hello.
And I am back.
I'll go back.
Okay. What's the situation? I just woke up.
30 Inquisitors are coming down the road. They're very far ahead of us, but they will not be for long.
Okay. What's the plan with Chef?
He's lost his disguise.
I'm sure we could find something.
Do you have any special magic?
Not necessarily for illusion. Oh, wait.
If you made him really small, I could tuck him under my shirt and be like a really big guy.
Idarid appears, and Idarid is going to cast the spell that she has to make herself look human, which is minor change. I believe it's a creation spell, and it's gonna cost me 60 points. I have to check if I can cast it on an undead or something. Give me 1 second. Minor change. Changes the appearance of a being or an object by modifying its form. Change limits itself to the outside exterior of the object or of the being, and cannot make it lose any of its qualities or nature. Yeah, I can make a nice sword look old and rusty, but not into a different object like a staff. In case of living beings, I can modify their physical aspect without changing their size by more than 2 points, which allows to transform, for example, a ugly fat man into a young thin man. Cool.
That'll definitely let you turn her into something more human-looking.
Yeah. What is Chef's presence?
Presence is he's level 7, which means 60.
60? Alright, perfect. I can cast it at the base level to make him look human, and it will only require me 10 per day to maintain. That's pretty good.
You've been able to do that the whole time, though.
Yeah. I just, you know, didn't think about it.
Okay, what does Chef look like now? Tell us how he looks.
I think he's just going to look like a human version of himself with the that looks like a French chef, like with the mustache and everything.
So, but he's still huge and like buff, but he's got a little tweedly mustache and he's got like I see
Poissons.
No, not because of the French, not because he's French, but because I hate to reference more anime, but what's his name? Armstrong, Full Metal. He's lightning.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I saw The Little Mermaid recently, like a musical version of it, so that's why I had like that in mind. But yeah, how many days has it been?
Since you left, 3. So you get 3 days regeneration, everyone.
Cool.
Also, Svilava has more Xeon now.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
Not a ton more. A little more.
Okay, yeah. It's been 3 days, got it. 300 for the spells. 75. 49. Yeah. So Chef looks like Chef looks human now.
Before your very eyes, Omen, Chef is a dude. And he's just sitting there. Did you turn his armor into skin looking stuff?
No.
Or does he look like he's just in armor?
Yeah, it still looks like he's just in armor.
He has really weird armor, since it's like on half of his body and half of his chest is showing. But he looks like the kind of character I think Anima is supposed to have. Like muscle, like really big dudes with weird looking armor. But now, look, you have a person.
Could you do that the whole time?
I only thought about it because of how, because of the emergency. I'm sorry, Omen. I'm going to make a list of the things I can do so that you can tell me when to use my powers and how.
No, it's fine. Okay, everyone just let's get our story straight. Bling apple merchants. Our apple tree is sick, so we need to take it. Terry.
Omen, you feel like this heat on. I mean, not Omen. Genus, you just feel like this tingling on the back of your neck.
I don't know why, but I feel like they're doing something stupid.
Alright.
Good plan.
That sounds good to me, boss. Karma's
I'm
like,
going to be keep an eye out for the Inquisition.
Are you good with this, Joel?
Omen's the boss.
Omen's the boss. Alright. As the two parties meet your caravan, and the Inquisition troop. You see the gentleman at the head, the one with the white tabard, raise a gloved gauntlet and stand directly in front of the first caravan, causing them to stop. The next one stops. The next one stops, and soon you're going to have to stop before you run into the caravan in front of you. What manner of caravan is this? And you hear, like, the gentleman in the front is speaking, like, very quietly. So you really, unless you want to make another search check, the only thing you're going to hear is the Inquisitor speaking.
Alright.
Have anybody who has weapons? Drop them. We will be searching you for signs of heretics.
Okay. Idarid is going to appear and she's going to basically absorb anything that could be a sign of heresy in the wagon.
You mean Gabriel's the one who absorbs
Yeah,
things,
yeah,
right?
Gabriel. And then all of my familiars are going to disappear into my body. I'm pretty sure that Svaliva is inside of his sword and that the sword is inside of Gabriel.
Okay. Wow. Double extra dimensions.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm glad that works like a portable hole in the portable.
Yeah.
Okay, so any preparation for Moment?
Yeah, I lean over to no, I want to say, get ready to book it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Should I get ready to book it with the cart or just run off the cart?
No, obviously with the cart.
Okay. I'll tell the horses to get ready.
Also, like, just to make sure we're on the same page, none of the artifacts that are detectable are outside of Gabriel.
So you got like both of your golden staves are in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like everything that has even a little bit of a magical aura is inside of Gabriel right now.
Okay, I guess you're taking Omen's artifacts as
And
well then.
no one around you notices this?
Huh?
Like you're in a covered wagon.
Yeah, exactly.
In
Like
the wagon,
the covered wagon was made so that we could move around with two familiars that did not look necessarily as human as they should. So it's always been kind of discreet, apart from the giant hole at the top to let the branches through.
And for the moment, the attention has been drawn away from your tree to the Inquisition right in front of you. So you gather up all your things. Does she have enough room for all that? I thought she was near full before. She is like a walking treasure chest now.
Yeah.
If she explodes, they get so much stuff.
Oh yeah. I can check, but because it's based on weight and not presence, I don't think like all of our artifacts put together add that much to her to the total weight.
No, I think you're right. I'll check that. But if it's like even 200 pounds, I would imagine that it's fine.
Yeah.
So everything's inside Gabriel. Gabriel is inside you.
Yeah.
And you see the Inquisition coming around. Like, almost immediately after he says this, horsemen begin running down the side of the caravan. And you actually see, like, one or two people stumble out of wagons behind you and make it for the woods.
Oh.
And they are very quickly being chased down by the Inquisitors in horseback. And, either
What do you
knocked
want me
out.
to do? Sorry, Omen. What do you want me to do?
Thing. Don't just hold back. Don't do anything.
So you just sit there. You see the first one is trampled. He seems to be unconscious. The next one very quickly gets a cut across the back. You don't know if he is dead or alive. He falls into a puddle of water along the side of the road. You can't really see. He doesn't seem to be getting up, though. Meanwhile, more members of this party come around. You see two of them, one on each side, are carrying like long, slender poles with silver bells on the end.
Ah.
And for the first two caravans, you see them like gently like tapping each individual as they come across it with the bell. Meanwhile, as they are moving, the gentleman the first man with the tabard, he is in full helmet, is walking along just a couple feet ahead, and he comes to your cart and looks it over and says, "What manner of witchery is this?"
What do you mean? We are just simple fruit sellers transporting our precious apple tree from the soiled ground it was going in.
A tree cannot grow in the back of a cart.
Not growing from the car, it's obviously been uprooted.
But it seems very much alive.
It is now. If you plan to hold us up much longer, I don't know how long before we have to plant it again.
He signals one of the bell keepers over. Touch the bell.
Okay, still at my cloak, right?
Yes. You can make an occult check to know what this is if you want to. Or history.
I mean, I think I've got a pretty good idea of what it is.
Yeah.
But,
No, really?
yeah.
Oh, whoa. Did you fumble?
He did.
Oh, my gosh. The only thing that can stop Jorel.
No.
Oh, 57.
It's better.
You've heard of these things before, and you're looking at it and you're like, what do those things do? How do we stop those things? What? Are they for supernatural beings, or? It's just like a little bit of a panic mode has your mind turning. You'll remember what it is afterwards, but you don't know it right now. Omen. That is a pretty decent roll. You haven't had a ton of encounters with the Inquisition, but you do know that they have all manner of ability or things for detecting the supernatural, and you can tell that these are bells of sorcery, and that their central purpose is to detect mages. They will ring if they come in contact with a gifted individual, unless they are very, very good at hiding their supernatural ability.
Dumb, dumb, dumb. You guys are very dumb. Dumb, dumb, dumb. You guys are
What
very
else
dumb.
are they supposed to do?
Well,
It'd be really hard to ride into the forest.
You know who's good at getting out of situations like this? Genus.
Touch
You wouldn't help.
the bell.
You just fucking leave and complain we're dumb.
That is true.
Yes, and this is why.
So what exactly do you think is the... Nobody had bells of sorcery until a few seconds ago.
You know, she would have come up with like 10 different plans before it got to this point.
Give us one.
No, she's not there.
Exactly.
Alright.
Anyway, didn't this at me, Omen specifically?
Yeah, and you see, well, like, they hold it up in front of you, and Null just reaches out and goes, poke, and pokes it, and nothing happens.
Avril?
Oh, if Noel's right there,
Hey, Avril.
I mean, they're probably looking at her.
Let me privately do the thing.
Yes, send me a message.
Where the fuck, Curry? Oh, right.
Okay, I'm gonna elbow Noel.
Huh? Whoa.
Just elbow him. I'm like, so, that's a nice looking bell.
Yes, it is. Please touch it.
Very clean.
He looks towards the bellkeeper and like just nods his head with sort of an aggravated sigh, and the bellkeeper's just gonna lunge at you with it. Are you gonna like try to leap out of the way, or just gonna let it hit you?
Gonna try and dodge out the way.
You can dodge if you want to, or you could make a magical shield.
And then you're
Don't
screwed.
know how to do that.
Oh, you don't have a magical shield, do you? So you get to dodge if you want to.
You know the Spanish Inquisition or the Salem witch trials? This is a lot like that.
Oh,
Yay!
you fumble.
You dodge into the bell.
Ooh, you slap the bell off into the water. Make a D1 a check.
What check?
A D100 to see how badly you fumble.
Oh yeah, so
The best time to be fumbling. Right
Yeah.
now.
And both of you have been fumbling.
Yeah.
All right, so make a magical appraisal check.
Oh, Omen, that's for you.
Yeah.
Nice.
give me a second.
He reaches up, jabs you with the belt. You like back into Null. Null like also gets freaked out and stumbles off the side of the wagon. The bell doesn't ring.
See, I told you, it's got dirt on my cloak.
What are you, allergic to silver? Keep an eye on her. We'll need the rest of your company to touch it too.
Yep, that's fine.
Jiro pokes it.
Are you looking
Karma
for?
also reaches out and just like taps it with his fingers. He seems much more nervous about it. His hand's shaking a little bit, but tap, nothing happened.
What is doing? I whispered to Noel. That was the signal. What are you doing?
What? 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 What signal? Are we going now?
No, it's fine now. Just I'm going to send Farron with my back to the wagon. Have like Farron like leave and go to the wagon where like the others like escape from, right, or try to escape.
You're moving to the back of the wagon?
No, he's sending Farron to the wagon from which potential sorcerers escaped that got mowed down by the Inquisition.
Okay, I'm gonna. Now, in order for her to like, she is a burning being, and the back of your wagon is open. It will be semi-easy for them to notice her if she just flies out the back.
How much
That's why I was
stealth
saying
does?
I want to
How much stealth does she have?
like almost none.
Okay, bad idea.
What were you
no
saying
other
before saying? I'm
ideas.
sorry.
I was saying I want to like back up as close as possible to that wagon. So like she doesn't need to sneak that far.
Okay. You, while the others are touching the bell, you like get to the back of the wagon. You like get up on the back rail of the wagon, and you can see that while one bellkeeper is letting them all mess with the bell, the other bellkeeper is passing you now. So
Pass me in
he
what direction?
what?
Pass me where?
Alongside the wagon to the right, and there is a good 3 feet between you and the wagon behind you.
Not entirely clear where you mean.
Oh man, I actually have a map for this. Not a great one, but oh, it's one of the ones I didn't name. There it is. Okay. Okay. Let's bring you guys over here real quick. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Quick setting up a map. Okay. This is where you shot that woman and made enemies of Angela. So, this is you, woman. You are on the back of this wagon here. You're sort of, and the next wagon behind you is not one of the ones that the people ran out of. It's one more behind them. And the enemy, the bell keeper, is coming all around to the right. He'll be represented by... Wow, there are no good bell things, so this is him. He's a bell on a wall guy. He's coming around this side.
Okay, gonna wait for him to pass by then.
Okay, you wait for him to pass by. The other one in the front, he has passed by, and he is letting all of the people in this wagon touch the bell. The one in the front says, "Bring it near that tree too." And they're going, and the bell keeper's gonna like push you guys back, like just sort of move you aside with the pole, and he's going to reach it back and like tap the trunk of the tree, which will provoke a magic appraisal check from Iterid.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Can I spend a destiny point of Drolls?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I'm spending a destiny point of Drolls. To get a plus 20.
Okay.
I hope I still have at least one. Magic appraisal. Modifier plus 20. Let's do this. Oof.
Is that with the plus 20?
Yeah.
Okay. So this gentleman is behind this wagon. They're gonna be, they're worried about the tree. Omen, you are currently not being looked at directly by any of them. Are you gonna let Farron go?
Yeah.
Okay. Farron zips straight back. Do you want to just make a stealth check just to see?
Just gonna use fatigue, right?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, well, that's pretty good, actually. You are going... Actually, no, it's -2. So you zip back. The bell keeper doesn't notice. However, many of the individuals in this wagon jump and, like, hop up as this firebug just goes tearing straight through them. And then all the way over into the back of this next cart. The bell keeper, like, stands back, looking around at them. Hey, sit down, all of you! And looks over towards this car. Are you just gonna ever like hide in there?
I'm going to charge up to cast and whispers from the other side, both through her.
Okay. Whispers of the other side and something else?
Intermediate. Shadow of Fear, yeah.
Okay. Which Shadow of Fear do I forgot?
It just makes the surrounding area look dark and gloomy.
Okay.
Add to the ambience. So.
Yep. Alright. And just level the basic whispers of the other side?
Intermediate for both, so 170 Xeon overall.
Okay. About the same time as the bell touches Iterid's trunk and rings, this sudden flood of whispers comes from the back of the car. This one back here, who just saw the little fire sprite like sweep in to where they were, and they're all like, "Oh, what is that? It's a fairy! What is that?" And like a bunch of these people are scrambling out. Ooh, I'm glad that my camera is not incredibly high. Horsemen are coming in from either side towards this wagon. Anybody who tries to run is shoved down, but they're looking forward and they can hear this ominous whispering and see the entire wagon like become eerily vivid. The bright color of its wood turning gray and looking as though it's being rotted over as you stare at it. Framed against the sea, it suddenly looks like the water has no color at all. And they will look to the right and say, "Hi, Inquisitor!" And that person who is with you says, "Get everyone out of this wagon." And they're going. And he marches past you. Sorry, I'm stumbling today. He marches past you towards this second wagon as he tells everybody to get out of the wagon for you. 2 other guards are going to come up to either side, and they're going to be reaching in and pulling you out.
Hmm. Your timing is excellent.
Wait, our wagon? This sub. Who's he?
He's asking.
Can you say that again, please?
Yeah.
Yes. The man who was ordering around your cart says, "Everybody out," pointing at Omen and the rest. But then he moves back to see what's going on in this cart.
Yeah.
There are already people who fear association are now like trying to sneak around to other carts.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them are like trying to just move towards the water even. You hear him shouting, "Everyone who runs will be slain. There will be no mercy. Stay in your carts." And then 2 other men from the main group ahead of you are marching up to the sides of your wagon and are reaching in to pull you guys out.
Well, yeah. The bell went off when it touched the tree. Just at the same time as you had Farron do the thing with the other people's cart. So now you're gonna get. So now
I mean,
you're
that
gonna get
wasn't
them
bad
killed,
planning.
too.
That was poor timing.
Mm-hmm.
That was for time.
That's why I said great timing.
It might not have been the worst thing, though, because now the captain, the High Inquisitor, as they called him, has moved around to that wagon instead of yours. But you do still have 2 of them who are now coming up to you and trying to peel you out, unless you have some other options you want to go for.
No. To be clear, though, I'm being indiscriminate with who I'm targeting with whispers from the other side. I'm trying to affect everyone in an 80-foot radius of that cart.
Okay. So that includes you guys. Oh, that includes you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Will you guys resist being taken out of the cart?
Omen will not. No.
Okay, Omen, you are pulled out of the cart, and as they find you are not resisting, they put you on the ground. One of them draws a sword, but doesn't use it. You are kneeling in some wet mud. Jorl, do you resist?
No.
Okay.
Omen.
They pull Jorl out.
Omen's the boss.
They seem to be a little bit more gentle with you, as you are very old, but they still put you down on the very cold ground, kneeling, and soon both Null and Karma are the same. You are lined up along the side of your cart. However, I'm going to have to make all of you... Thank you, Genus. I just saw your message.
You knew this was gonna happen!
Okay, so... that is a resistance. Magic or psychic, whichever one is higher. Okay. Good. Omen, you're fine. Jorl, you're fine. I'm gonna roll for Karma and... Ooh! I didn't mean to bring up that sheet. Okay, there we go. No. Math is hard. Null is fine. Karma's fine. However, numerous others hearing these whispers, you hear various people like whispering to themselves, and some begin to scream, "What is that?" pointing at shadows in the darkness and the trees to your right. towards the middle of the land, and some of them are breaking away, distracting numerous other guards to go and chase them down and catch them. You have even people in the cart in front of you are now leaving. One of the guards that are currently holding you rushes off to try to catch a woman running from that cart. There is only one guard next to you right now. I want to also frame this by all of the bells are ringing just constantly now.
Okay, great. Shit, are Karma and Nolly on the other side of the cart?
They're on the side with you. They are not bound.
Okay,
You're
great.
just both on your knees.
Nudge Null again.
No.
Oh.
Okay. He immediately hops up onto the back. He's the furthest away from the guard, so the guard has to walk around you to get him. And he says, "Yeah!" And just broad hand slaps the rear of the horse, which freaks out, and he's gonna drag it and start pulling it off into the wilderness.
About us.
Well, you guys have the chance to get in there too if you want to.
Okay, yeah, no.
Yes,
I can get on the
please.
cart,
Yes, that would
before
be
he
nice.
leaves about us.
Okay, now, Omen, you are the nearest to the guard. He will be able to make an attack against you to try and hold you there.
Can I have Idarid appear and try to make a shield on Omen?
Yes, but that will happen the turn after we begin running, so he will still have his chance to grab her.
That is fair. Yeah.
Do you have anything?
Omen's not giving me any directions, so I'm not gonna use the Wheel of Fortune. So I'm just running.
Wheel of Fortune, son!
I'm just hopping onto the car.
Okay, everybody, as he's getting it turned, you hop onto the cart. Now there is one thing that that will happen. Roll your block or dodge check, Omen.
Question: is the fatigue psychic ability still active?
No. All of my spells were deactivated. Oh shit! So I had to keep. So technically, Chef would have had this. Yeah, Chef would have needed to have the spell to change his appearance active. So if somebody saw the supernatural, they might have been able to spot that Chef had an illusory appearance.
That well, technically, change self isn't an illusion.
Yeah.
It just modifies his exterior. So they would have seen something on him, but they wouldn't have seen that his shape was. However, the two individuals that looked into your cart did not have that.
Okay. Good.
All right. So, Jorel, you turn and run. Genus, did you roll your block? Or your block?
You mean Omen?
You mean
Omen, yeah. Omen.
Omen.
Genus, roll block. Octavia's slapping you up on the back of the head.
Ow!
Hey.
All right. That's a great dodge, actually.
Open rolling. Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
You leap back and clutch onto the side of the cart as it's pulling away, and you look back, and the man is just. Oh, actually, I have to roll. Dang it! So many rolls. Okay, the man had his hand up to grab you, but is just standing there and looks at his hand, and is really confused. Karma runs over and hops onto the back of the cart, his torso bending over and scrambling to get in. One of you guys will probably have to help just drag him into the cart. But you guys are now rushing off into the woods. Doo-doo-doo.
Yep.
With you get down the slope. I need Null to make a ride check. Okay. You guys are on a cart. You're not on individually mounted horses. And Null has driven some carts in his days, but he's not like a racer. You're going down towards the woods. The entire thing's bouncing and shaking. You can hear the wheels straining. They sound like they're going to break any moment. Bang! The side of it like crashes into the trunk of a tree, and within moments there are horsemen on you. So we're going to move to a different map now.
I want to say that I started the incantation for the Wheel of Fortune as we were running away, more like a prayer than anything, because I'm not gonna do it unless Omen gives the go ahead. But I just wanted to mention that I've started the summoning ritual.
Gotcha. So, now this is going to be an odd situation because all of you are in a cart.
Yeah. You can just put our tokens on top of the cart.
Yeah. Well, the cart in this map is technically too small.
Yeah.
To really, but we will just have your tokens up to the side, and everybody will be in the cart.
That's fair.
And we will dictate when they come out. They're all technically sharing a zone, so they will have some negatives if they're trying to dodge, but none of you dodge. Okay, so we got Jorul and Omen.
Are we on the map that's right here, or
We are. That is the map you are on right now. I was going to pull you over in a second.
okay? No problem. So, when is your character coming to save our skins?
Wait for it.
And then she didn't show up at all.
Like I say, okay, you're here, do it, and she just stands there and is like, huh.
No.
So free assets for this are not the best. So we're gonna get some crazy men from much later times than this one.
Boy.
This is gonna be an drawing.
Loading.
Loading. Okay. So let's see here. Here we go. Now I'll move you guys over. You guys are in this crazy swamp. Everybody is in the cart. You can see your tokens over on the left. Thank you, Afternoon Maps, for this little map. And you are now trying to race just through the watery, the honestly horrible terrain, and reach the other side where the forest begins, which will be even harder to drive through, but you're doing it anyways, and I'd like everybody to roll initiative.
Even me?
Not yet.
Okie dokie.
Another carbonate pictures. Okay. Good. They're going fast. Where's Omens? Omens doesn't appear on the thing. Did you select your token?
I didn't. No.
I'll add her initiative to the
Thing up. Paint the thing still.
There you are. All right.
Thanks. Fallon's not here. Feet for me, is she?
How many feet? Right now she is 60 feet from you.
Okay.
Okay. There's this one. This one. That's no. Okay.
Chef?
Oh yeah, let's not forget Chef is here.
Yep, Chef's in the car. I'll bring Chef out soon. Oh, no fumbles. Lots of the best time to be fumbling when you meet with the Inquisition.
Apparently, the dice agree with you.
Yes. All of these 5 people are in this 10-foot space of the cart. Okay. In that case, it is their turn first. Their first goal is going to be to slash the axles of your tires. They are trying to damage the cart.
Mm-hmm.
If you have anything you can do against that, now would be the time to state so.
I'm waiting for Omen to to give the go ahead.
Well, can you? Idea was that we'd have plausible deniability.
That
I think we
would
can
be
get
your,
out of this without using any abilities.
that would have been your thief.
I'll try to think of something. Give me a second. No, most of my most of my solutions rely on us losing our plausible deniability. I do have one memory altering spell that Iterate knows, but we would need to get both of them at the same time, and yeah, and Iterate. And it would need to appear.
Why is there a cat here?
What are you doing?
It's a hint.
By the way,
Yeah.
you have had, like, this is the turn after, so you can have summoned all of your familiars out if you want to. Or none of them.
I tell that to Omen, and I'm waiting for the go ahead.
Okay.
I might use the cat bell now. Okay.
The cat bell.
incapacitate-
Yeah.
Too late now, because like it's just going to affect us and like. No, for the one turn actually, yes.
That's
Okay, get ready to cast that spell and cover your ears.
all right. I cover my ears and I make Iterate appear.
Edred is going to appear. She'll be on have initiative on the next turn. Oh, boop. This cart is really crowded now, by the way.
Yeah.
It was crowded before, now it's really crowded. Alright. So, both of them sweep around the sides. You hear, like, light thunks of metal against wood, and then loud cracks. One of them just leaves his longsword, and as the wheels slowly turn and break several of the axles, you can feel the entire thing leaning over to the left side. So it's not going to get that far today. We're just going to get right there, and then it slides into this puddle. Null immediately is like, "Crud! Somebody else take this!" And he's going to hold up the reins.
No, I have to ride a wagon.
I'll take the reins.
Okay, take the reins. Okay.
Yeah.
Omen, it's your turn.
Oh, my turn already. That's bad.
You can hold actions.
I'm gonna rummage through Joel's stuff to try and get the bell out.
It's an artifact. It's inside of Gabriel.
Gabriel's not alive right now.
Oh, come on.
Oh wait, no, hold on. I blocked my ears. So technically, did I still hear your friend yelling for someone to take the reins?
He was shoving them at anyone nearby.
Okay, I guess I took them. So I hear you, and I've got.
Oh no.
Okay, so it's like rummaging through Joel's stuff for a second, realizes the bell is
Definitely magical.
and can't do anything that isn't magical.
And Farron is still way over there.
She is over there. She's making a really spooky zone. You look back there, and it seems to have even like lightly affected some of the guards. There are some that are obviously like have their weapons drawn, but are like 50 feet away, like looking at it menacingly. So it seems to have caused chaos, and a good number of their people are trying to chase down the individuals you're making run with that spell.
You have
No,
just initiated a caravan-wide massacre where the Inquisition is going to mow down a bunch of civilians. I am reconsidering the fact that I've said you make all of the decisions now between last session and now.
It's not optimal.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is why the thief should have been in charge.
Okay, yeah, Oben's gonna...
She would have been if she was...
You never helped. Noel, Oben's gonna hold her action and yell for Noel to drag one of the guards inside the...
Inside of the what?
Inside the wagon.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna carry the wagon, but I guess I could do that too. He starts crawling back through to go and get one of the guards, who are now like the one who lost his sword because it's in the water now is like drawing his crossbow and like gonna move to aim into the cart. But that's what he's going to do. Ready to move to Jorl?
My turn? Sorry, is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay.
Yep, your turn.
Idra has appeared, and on her turn she's gonna do stuff.
Okay.
On my turn, I just keep muttering under my breath, and that's it.
God.
By the way, you went over the fact that you didn't want to do anything supernatural. Okay. So Karma's just like cowering as far away from them as possible, like underneath a tarp, just like, oh god.
Yeah.
Dum 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 dum.
Chef, what do you want Chef to do?
Nothing for now.
Okay.
Chef like turns and just stares at the guards, and one of them gives him a weird look.
Back
Okay.
and like that's fine. He's the one that's probably gonna.
I was gonna say you want him to just slide up and take up that whole back window and just be like,
Yeah, that'll do.
okay. He like just scoots his butt over. You didn't cast the Chromatode on him, by the way. So he got hurt leaving the city last time.
Yeah.
You would have had a chance to cast the Chromatode if you wanted to.
And if you
And
think that's
Jorl
fair, then yeah.
Yeah, like he was pretty badly hurt. He had all those arrows in him. You probably spent that.
Absolutely good tonight.
Yeah. Okay, so choose which one you wanted to spend.
I don't have them in front of me, so. Level is it? 40? 20?
I thought it was only 30.
30. It's one ending in a 0. Nope. It's not.
Necromatude is a level 22 spell.
22. Found it. Intermediate.
Intermediate? Okay, how much health does that?
There's 100. I think.
100? That will heal him a good bit of the way. He now has... What? Where's shit? Ah, I am a huge goober. Diva Sport.
Thanks.
Okay. He has 195 hit points.
Okay.
And is you just want, like, he has this big armored hand, which just looks like a massive gauntlet now with little claws coming out. And he sort of like lets that hang out the back so that he can block attacks. Is that all you want to do for him? Okay. Null's turn. Null is like, oh, get out of the way. He's like gonna climb over Chef's shoulder and reach out and like full on grab the top of the crossbow that the guy is pointing right at him. He's gonna spend some fatigues on this. He gets a grab on. Let's see if his he can roll his strength check to beat him. Oh no. He does manage to stop him from using his crossbow. However, he had already attacked that turn, and so all he really manages to do is like grab the end of the crossbow and wrestle with him for a moment before the guy pulls it back. And that is the end of all of our turns. Did you want to take your held actions, Omen or Jorl?
Here lies the Omen and Jorl party. Surviving member was smart enough to get out.
You're not here.
Don't want to do anything right now.
Yeah.
Or moments rather. Except to accumulate. No.
No.
Okay. I mean, like, either it's gonna have to accumulate in order to use her magic, but.
Okay.
You're right. I'm gonna accumulate then.
Okay, everyone. Are we doing things now? Says Karma.
Invisible. Like, supernatural.
Fine.
Doesn't Karma also have memory changing powers?
Yes, he does. What is this? Oh, that's the enemy's defense roll.
That would be nice.
Yeah, use Karma on one of the guards, and I'll use Idarid on the other guard.
These things so much easier. Damn it. Okay.
The guard, like, you see the guard on the right, the one who still has his sword, like, coming into view, and he randomly, like, just throws a sword on the ground and looks at his hands, and is really confused.
Yeah, Karma's been casting illusions left and right, is what I'm taking from this.
He's done it only once to keep Omen from getting grabbed.
Yeah.
But now it is new initiative.
Alright.
The wagon for the moment is stopped. Why did Omen roll with a Raxor?
I rolled for Chef.
He doesn't have his Raxor anymore.
He does.
Just what his initiative value was, so.
It's
actually two of them.
His initiative now is 85 with just his big claw.
Okay, is that what you rolled then?
Yeah, that's what I rolled. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
And take the other chef off then.
Oh, okay.
So Chef doesn't have a sword?
There is no other chef. Yeah, the chef does. Oh, there's the other chef. Chef does not have a sword. Oh, you actually put a... Oh, okay. Get out of here, fight Chef. Chef does not have a sword. Alright, everybody roll?
Yeah, Chef's not on the turn order anymore.
Got from 2 chefs to 0 chefs.
Yeah. Oh.
Sorry, there we go. That's not... Wait, I rolled from before. It was... 149. There we go. Okay, and we now have our initiative order. The one guard is like reaching for his sword from the top of the horse, like trying to grab it. It's in the water. He's like obviously like 5 feet away from it, but he's like just like groping for it, really confused. And this guard actually has the ability to shoot. He's going to take a step back out of the reach of Null and Chef, fire a crossbow bolt. And Chef.
At Chef. Chef's gonna grab that arrow, I think.
Yep, Chef just like idly flops or slaps the arrow out of the sky. And now, Oh, by the way, Genus, roll an initiative for me.
Oh, okie dokie.
2 more are coming this way, and one of them seems to be like they have a crossbow in one hand and a little cross in the other that you can tell is magical.
115.
Okay, 115. I'll remember that. Another one's gonna fire a crossbow bolt at the Chef.
I should have activated my key abilities. Oh well.
Cha-ching! Chef's fine with that one too. Alright, it is Null's turn.
Wait, there's 2 more soldiers here?
Yes.
You
And the cart's not moving.
And the cart is stuck. Both back wheels are broken.
I can repair the wheels. To be honest, but that's also something that Idrid has to do. Omen, do we want to take care of the Inquisition here and now before they start killing a bunch of people, or do we want to try to get out of here? Because I have some ways of getting out of here.
You can think of a way that can get us out of here, then. Anything that gets us out of here, do it.
Okay. Alright. I will do that. I'm gonna need you to protect Idrid for a little bit. And
I can do that.
I can.
Says no.
I can. And like all of my familiars are gonna come out.
Okay.
Oh, that wouldn't work. Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. Just make sure we get all of them.
Yeah. Don't worry. Everybody, stay on the cart.
Okay. By the way, I did want to tell you that Omen. We should have talked about this a lot more in person. Null is strong.
Yes.
But he actually is very. He's more of a bodyguard than anything. He is really good at protecting who you tell him to protect.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to set him to somebody, he would help them out.
Sounds like he's protecting. Gabriel.
Idrid?
Okay. I always get mixed up. Sorry, but yeah, Idrid, isn't it?
Okay. Is that what you want him to do? Is protect Idrid?
Yeah.
Okay. Then in that case, he like slides back. He's like, "Well, they're gonna get through this pile of meat, but I'll protect the tree." All right. So he stands back. He's gonna protect Idrid.
Mostly the tree. Mostly protect the tree. Idrid can like. Idrid still has like a shield.
Yeah. Chef's turn.
Chef, attack.
Chef will have to step out of the vehicle to attack. Are you okay with that?
He can step back on if we if
That's right. As long as he's not too far from it, yeah. Like he can just step out the back.
Okay, Chef clambers out of the back. You can hear more of the wood like snapping as he puts all of his weight on the back railing, and like the back end is now tilted so far down that like it's almost touching the water. And he steps out. You just say attack. Doesn't matter which one.
Trying to keep it simple.
Okay. Papa. Ooh, gentleman, open rules his defense. That doesn't actually give him that much of a bonus, though. Okay. He takes a big slash at the one directly behind, pointing a crossbow, and the gentleman shifts his horse to the side just in time to evade and plinks a crossbow bolt right into Chef. It does no damage. Adrian's turn.
Accumulate.
Accumulate. Owen's turn.
Oh wait, accumulate and the shields that she had all put on herself. As she's going to redistribute to the people who are meant to be shielded.
Okay.
She's going back into defense mode, and that's it for her turn. Hold on. Unless, that's 80. That only costs 80 points. Tell Chef to get back in here. Let's see.
Chef has the movement to get back inside.
Chef, back in.
Okay.
Chef clambers back in, and as he does, he kicks out the back rail, and water kind of floods in just to the very back of the cart.
Okay. 75. All right. I spent 1 fatigue point with Idared in order to be able to cast this spell. I'm going to create a level 2 creature with the level 52 spell. It's going to have a huge amount of strength and a flight ability, and it's basically going to be a pair of wings and brain and tendrils attached to the cart that's going to start taking off and getting the cart to fly. I couldn't it's a level 2 creature, but I can still give it all of the required things to fly. You'd need to give me a minute to make sure I've got all of the math right and to determine how fast it's actually gonna go. But I've got a gnosis of 20 with that creature. Nice. Just give me a second. But that's gonna be it for either its turn. I am also going to try to give it a pretty good initiative so that as soon as it's created, it can start to take off.
Gotcha. Very good. So it appears this turn, but it doesn't get to pull up and fly off yet.
Because they're based on the can't receive souls. Nothing says that it can't act on the turn that it's been created, so it's up to you as the game master to determine that.
Let me take a look at it then. So I can get my own ruling based on that. This is the Create Monstrosity spell?
It's the level 52 creation spell.
Yeah.
Flying. Natural flight 14. Yes.
Not being x's.
That's 120. Initiative plus 30. I do believe that also costs 30. Strength 14. Agility.
Alright. I'm going to say that it can roll initiative this turn.
Okay. And dexterity 14. I'm gonna need inhuman supernatural physical characteristics. That is a 40. That is a 60. That is a 60. And a strength of 14, and an agility of 14, and a dexterity of 14. All cost 50. So that is 150. Yep, I definitely have enough to create this creature. I'm also going to give it some amount of armor, and the rest of my points are going to go into life points and acrobatics, so that it's able to fly good. I put the stats that I wrote down into notes. 14 gives me plus 15, plus 20, plus 25. So I have an initiative of 70. I have an initiative of plus 100. And it's a level 2. I'm going to give it the Acrobatic Warrior class to bring its initiative to 120. That's 171 for the flying creatures initiative.
That will actually put him ahead, and he will be able to act right now.
All right. It's basically I create a sort of creature that looks like it's got a bunch of nerve endings that are wrapping around the cart. It's got a giant brain above the cart, nestled in the branches of its tree, and two actually gonna give it like six wings in total that are like massive angelic wings that start to flap in unison, and it has a movement, a flight speed of 14, which means if the winds are in our favor, we could fly. Okay, I need to. How much does the cart weigh right now?
The cart itself probably weighs, well, with everybody in it, let me think.
Yeah.
Give me all of your weights that you guys are aware of.
I don't know how much I weigh. I'm just okay. So 500 feet. So I can move 500 feet with a movement of 14, and with a strength of 14, I can carry 5 tons. It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I did my math, and I think the entire ton with everybody in it weighs about a little over 1 ton.
Okay. Yeah. I can lift 5 tons with my natural weight. If I'm pushing it, I can reach a maximum load of 25 tons. I'm fine.
As a small home rule, I generally don't let people fly over their natural weight. But you're way below that still, so you're fine.
Yep. And we are taking off and getting the fuck out of here.
All right, you guys are taking off.
Okay. And Idaret cannot maintain this extremely long, but we are doing 500 feet per turn. Let's see, that cost me 80 points. I can maintain this 91 turns, and in 91 turns, 91 times...
I'm going to have one more thing before you fly off, but go ahead.
91. That is this amount of feet is what I'm able to carry the cart before it runs out of magic.
So about 9 miles. That's really good. One last thing. Does that thing have a defensive score?
No, but it's damage resistant, and I give it, and I
excellent.
And I put a ton of life points in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
He does open roll though.
Ooh. Big yikes.
But not a lot. Okay. What's its armor against energy? Well, its armor against anything.
Okay, so I did say I was giving it armor. Just give me 1 second.
Okay. It's a large size, I imagine.
Yeah. It has a strength of 14 and I'm gonna say a Constitution of 14 because that's what would make sense.
Okay, so it's big wings. Holy cow! Like there are gasps from the already freaked out caravan. If it is big, well, it's enormous then.
What is the size for a size 28 creature? That is enormous. Yeah. And it also means that.
Its armor is 6.
My base armor is 6, just for existing, and then I'm gonna put the rest of my points in the life points, meaning that it's stuff multiplied by 10. I think I'll be fine. I don't know what energy, what attack is being sent on me, but like I can calculate exactly how many life points I have if you want.
You are probably fine, but we'll see. 200% damage. It deals 240 points of damage and I need it to make a physical resistance roll.
Okay. As a level 2, I have... what's my presence?
35, and then you have a fortitude, which will give you 25 more, so you have 60.
Okay, so it's 1d100 plus 60. Ooh!
Okay, you make it.
Whew! Yeah!
You actually, the bolt from this man's cross hits it, and you can feel your magic weakening. You like there's embers that sort of coat the being's body. You can feel it almost be snuffed out, but then you force it back into reality, and whoosh! You guys all fly off of the ground with incredible speeds.
How fast you say this thing went again?
9 miles.
There's one more guy who can.
Oh, 500 feet per turn.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Chef says,
That's a bad thing.
because you guys were moving out of his threatened area, he did get to slap Chef one more time, but Chef's fine. However, I assume you don't just go 0 to. Hold on a minute. How fast is that?
That's 500 feet per 3 seconds.
Okay, so 500. So you're moving at 113 miles an hour. I assume you don't go 113. You slowly take off.
We're like we're taking off higher and higher, but we're in order to like, I don't know, get away from any crossbow range. But once we're high enough, we're just going to like cruise and stay near enough the ground that when it starts running out of mana, we're not gonna immediately crash.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you two options. You can immediately clear crossbow bolt range, but there's a chance your wagon will fall apart. Or you can take one more round of crossbow bolts and not worry about that.
I will take one more round of crossbow bolts, I think.
All right. Your rolls again.
Oof! Big yikes.
Okay, now make another physical resistance roll. He also loses 240 plus 288 points of health. Okay, you are fine. Like one of the wings seems to like blink out of existence for a moment, and then it immediately regrows and. Okay, that was the major danger. Now,
major danger.
Okay, I'm gonna have Faven fly
What's
straight
with
back
these
to the car
weird
as soon as
rolls?
I realise this is happening, because otherwise
Okay.
she's gonna die.
Yeah.
Now he's not supernatural. He doesn't have high gnosis, so he can't open roll twice, and also he's limited by inhumanity. However, as you guys are flying, crossbow bolts, chink, plink. You hear two of them like bounce harmlessly off the sides of the wagon. The last one pierces straight through the bottom, Dural. You can like feel it like poking the underside of your leg.
Oof. Can I roll an Iterid is shielding me defense?
It's not going to hurt you. It's just like it came that close.
Oh, gotcha.
And also like it shattered through the underside of your cart. Several of the support bars underneath too. You guys can kind of feel it sag a little in the center. I imagine this thing's tendrils are wrapped up underneath it though too.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's got the entire thing, and it's kind of holding it together. But it's still in rough shape. You guys are now airborne.
Yeah. I'm sorry if we left your character behind, Genus. I was following orders.
G. Pisano, it is now your turn.
What?
I'm kidding. Don't worry about it. Like you just walk, you're like, I will help, and then there's just a bunch of soldiers looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you guys make it 9 miles, soaring through the countryside. We're gonna bring you back over here.
Technically, actually, everyone who has a mana pool and a gift can transfer mana to Iterid to keep her going longer. So I can add a little bit more to those 9 miles.
Whoever wants to donate, please donate.
All right. So the entire caravan is going to be killed, and now the Inquisition knows your guys' faces.
Yep.
Great.
Yep. All according to plan.
This is the worst possible way that could have gone.
Well, you could be dead. You could be dead.
That is
Second
fair.
worst possible way that could
Second
have
worst
gone.
possible way that could have gone.
Okay.
I'm glad that I didn't have her arrive, because I was like, oh, she's going to arrive with a 1-turn delay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad she didn't arrive the turn before, because then it would have been...
Yeah. By the way, could you, Haru, could you reload? Oh, yeah. No,
I did, yeah.
I see. I see. Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, I think. Okay. 9 miles. Are we out of sight range?
You are definitely out of sight, especially if you
Okay.
fly low, like you said. You will be out of sight after 9 miles.
In this case,
Demons!
in this case, as like I'm just gonna clear the 9 miles and then like
Drop it.
land the cart and make the creature disappear. It has fulfilled its purpose. A lot of dopamine is released into its brain before it ceases to exist.
Do you have medicine?
It definitely does have medicine.
You
She's-
can.
yeah.
Edward can tell you about dopamine.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you guys are now free, or out of sight for the moment. You don't know what happened to that cart back there. You may never know.
All the caravan is dead.
So, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to make it really small.
Ah!
No, not really
Oh.
wide.
Cart.
So, instead of just having all your icons, this is you.
Nice.
And you are off the trail now, this way. Your wagon is broken. The back 2 wheels are blistered to pieces.
What
Nell
happened to the
says,
What happened to the horses?
that's a good question.
They
had one
lifted as well. Lifted as well.
hanging
I'm just
from the
gonna
harness?
help. Hold on a minute. I do have to say, I just roll in this.
Oh, did the horse try to escape the tendrils?
No, horses are frightful, and I was gonna see how the horse handled the shock. The horse is traumatized, but physically okay.
Okay. I might modify its memories later if it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I imagine like it wasn't just hanging by the reins. The monster had like handles on it too to keep it steady.
Okay. What is the cart's presence, please?
That's presence. Yes. Nope, I'm too far back. Cart has base presence of 40.
40?
Structural. Yep.
Oh, nice. Okay. Wait. What about the wheels? What presence do the wheels have?
I'm gonna say 15.
Okay. Edored is going to borrow a little bit of Xeon from Svaliva and repair both wheels.
Feliva's okay with this. So he wanted to fight the men in white.
Yeah, probably next time.
I say he. I'm sorry.
Okay. After we land, I turn to men and I say, do you think I could talk to you? Those trees over there, while we take a break from all of this and the horse gets his feet up back on the ground.
Yeah. Okay.
So after what happened in Tiva Sport. I don't really trust myself to make a lot of decisions anymore, and I wanted to ask you something, a few things actually. When you made the familiar pact with Farron, you had to give Farron a piece of your soul, and she had to give you a piece of her soul for the familiar pact to be complete. How did that feel for you?
I don't really know how to describe it. Really, like anything I've felt before, since just kind of. I have to say, this isn't the question I thought you'd ask.
It's important, but I understand it's very hard for me to describe as well, even though I've experienced it so many times. So, I don't think I'm really human anymore, because I was born with this particular gift of being able to split my soul a lot more times. Most people can't even have one familiar. Very few people are able to maintain one, but I can have as many as I want. I can split my soul and exchange pieces of souls with other creatures, and well, as you know, I had 5 familiars before I was betrayed by Black Sun, and so I had 5 pieces of souls that weren't human inside of me, and I had to give away pieces of me. And when they died, I felt the pieces of their souls shrivel and disappear, and I thought by getting new familiars I could replace the hole that I was feeling inside of me, but it just didn't really work like I thought it would. And now I don't feel like I'm human. And when we were in Tiva Sports, I had to kill this monster that looked like a little girl, and that's when I realized something about myself, because I shared a piece of my soul with a being like Valerio that didn't feel a lot of human emotions, and I thought I could make her into a spirit of healing, and that's what I've been trying to do since, but I feel like a little bit of cruelty that's inherent in her also passed to me, and when through her eyes I saw that little girl being cut in two, I could feel that Gabriel was shocked and saddened by that image, and Iterid, who's not human either, was also shocked and terrified by that image, but Philario didn't feel anything, and I didn't feel anything. And I don't think anybody else could understand what it is that I'm trying to describe to you, because you're the only one that I know who's got a familiar, but I don't trust myself with making decisions anymore. So I'm going to list the things that I can do, the ideas that I have for the next steps, and you're going to call the shots, because I can't be the one calling the shots when I'm not even able to react to seeing something like that. And you're the one I trust most, because you've known me for so long, and because you have a familiar, you know what I mean.
Well, that's a lot to take in. Don't think I'm in a good place to answer you right now. Okay, you write down whatever you said you're going to write down, and
Right. So, I can write it down, but here's a short, quick thing of a quick list of things that could be important for our next steps. Scar of the Martyr has potentially some very strong components to make artifacts out of, and that could be very helpful for us. And also, there's another thing, the Arcana called the Reverse Judgment. It's a very powerful Arcana, but I'm not necessarily interested in getting its powers. But it's you should know about how the pact to get those powers works, because I think it could be very useful for us right now. When you make a pact with this Arcana, the lore says that the Arcana selects someone to judge you for your actions and brings them to you, and that person has to be your nemesis, your worst enemy. Now, I'm not completely certain, but I believe that the person who would qualify as my worst enemy most would be the leader of Black Sun, or the person in Black Sun who ordered my familiar's execution, which means that I could summon that person to us. I could have you could have your friend scan their minds. We could there's lots of things we could do, but it's implied that once I accept the whatever punishments they're willing to give me, or refuse it, they will disappear again. We could modify this person's memories. There's lots of things we could do, but it might not necessarily work as well as I think, because there's always the chance that the Arcana will protect this nemesis from me, from my familiars, and possibly from everyone who's present. So, just wanted to let you know, at the very least, we might be able to talk to someone from Black Sun and get some information out of that. Yeah, those are the two things that I think are important for you to know now.
So, still wanted to deal with Black Sun.
Hmm?
Do you know anything about the leader?
No, that's what I was trying to get. The information I was trying to get in Tibasport was information on the leader, the patriarch. I didn't take the time to interrogate people as like I wanted to. So I don't know anything about this, but the Judgment Reverse is supposed to bring my worst enemy, or the person I hate most, and ask the person to pass a sentence on me.
Because, I mean, I don't know anything about this, but you know those might not be the same people, right?
Yes.
You hate him most doesn't make him your worst enemy. Someone might hate you more.
That is fair. Oh no, it's the person that I hate most.
Oh, okay.
I consider this like whoever's leading Black Sun as my worst enemy, but the Judgment Reversed might not see it that way. It just it could be a long shot, but it's one of the options we have at our disposal. I was trying to get more information at Tibasport, but I don't think we're gonna get it for a little bit. And there's lots of things like threats or getting information that we could get out of this before we go into Anima. That's all. I'll make a list of the things my familiars can do, and yes. Thank you for understanding. And Jorl is going to start heading back towards the cart.
Oh, Joel,
Yes.
about to come over here.
Hmm?
Can you tell Karma I want to speak to them?
Can I tell Karma how to? What?
I want to speak with him.
Oh, yes. I'll send Karma over.
Okay. Karma's like, me next. Fine. He marches over, stuck in the. Nothing. What did you want to speak to me about?
I don't even know. Don't know where to start.
That was a mess.
Yeah, come on.
Put an eye patch for this game because Joel's got an eye patch now. Anyways.
Okay, it's still muted.
Yep. Hi.
Right. Your eye's fine then in real life. Cadric, I thought you'd had surgery on it or something.
Oh no! I can see fine. It's just in character.
Okay, right.
If I had surgery, I would have something a little bit better than this on my face.
Yeah, probably. Okay, so where were we? I fucked up.
Well, I don't think it's never easy to get away from the Inquisition clean, as far as I know. Though,
I know, but we either could have got 3 and to the Inquisition, or we could have tried to deal with the Inquisition there. And now most of the people are probably captured or dead, and they know we have powers.
yeah.
So
Maybe we should have thought of a plan if we met them at the time, but we did get away, and not many people like us can say that.
we have to do better than to just get away, though. I really do. Once we get Karma out, Gale out.
Once we get what?
Once we get Gale out. I mean, even if we get that far.
I mean, I've been thinking the same thing. Maybe we should leave Dwanholf. I mean, it's gotten really bad here on top of the Inquisition. I'm sure we could find somewhere else and be a gang like we used to. If Joral's joining us, maybe something even bigger.
What do you think of Joel? I know, I kind of just, telling eye through you.
I can't say I understand him. He's a lot older than we are. He's the kind of person I would have thought was an old git when we were in Ateri and probably said something nasty about him. He seems nice. It's just after leaving Anatari, things got so much more serious so fast, and that just seems like he is calcified serious. And I don't know, it's hard to joke with Null, and it's hard to... Well, without Gale, it's hard to joke with Gale, obviously. So it just feels like everything's so heavy, and he is a significant weight. Not holding us down, obviously. He does some great things. I just don't know. It's hard to approach him and talk to him.
Back when we were separated when I met him and Genus back in Terra Santa.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much him and Genus who took the lead. But they seemed to do pretty much. And so I felt like I was kind of in your guys' shoes, because, you know, as much as I always used to feel like I always knew what I was doing. You know, taking the back seat for once made me realise that my thoughts are a little muddled right now. Feel good about being is kind of what I'm saying.
When we were in Anitaria, we people things were easy by comparison. But
You cut out completely back there.
oh, can you hear me now?
Perfect.
Okay. I said back in Anitaria, things were a lot easier. We didn't have to deal with zombies, and look what happened the first time we messed with someone else who had powers like we did.
Yeah.
I don't think you were a bad leader. I just think we were a group of kids from a small town. Just like, but I don't think you were a bad leader. I don't know if it was what happened on the coast was bad planning. What were we supposed to do? We didn't really know exactly what they had to come at us with, but I think it was better than sitting and waiting. I think we still need someone to say what to do and when to do it. Otherwise, we're going to be going all sorts of different ways. That could have gone a lot worse if I had decided to start messing with people's minds and you decided to start saying that we weren't magical, and Jorel started preparing his giant sun thing. Obviously, that would have gone real bad really fast. So maybe I still think that someone should have that role.
I think so too. I just don't think it should be me. It'd be Joel either, mind you. He seems in kind of a bad place at the moment. But
Are you suggesting me? Because I mean, I could try, but like, I have my own strengths, but I could make the plans, but I don't know if I ever would have put myself like in the front telling everybody what to do. I could, I always come up with like my own schemes, but being the person who makes the schemes is different from being a leader. Maybe we could work together on that.
I don't know if that's the best thing right now. It's actually, if whoever's leading, there's one thing I know about being a leader and that I still feel I can do strongly, and that's aren't as bad as they are. I feel like we're kind of both trying to lead at the same time, then that things are bad.
Well, that definitely is true, especially if we're trying to do two different things. I think that was what happened with Genus, wasn't it? Like, you guys really wanted to do one thing and she really wanted to do something else.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm looking forward to being the one the next time say what we need to do if the Inquisition shows up, but I mean, I probably should have offered more than I did, and I'm sorry for that.
It's fine.
Well,
What happened with the Inquisition is my fault, and I know you can do better.
Well, if we see them again, I hope so. I'm sorry. After what happened with Gale, I haven't been feeling particularly happy about it myself. I haven't felt this confident. I admit I stuck Null in that job, and most of the time I'd message him and he'd tell me how good he was doing, how much money he was making. I was sort of, I had this feeling of maybe he could just do that and he could be really happy, and obviously he's good at it. But we can't leave Gale behind, so it's a good thing we all go back together. And next time I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
I suppose I got you in and out. I got Null in and out. And we technically got Farron. So maybe with a few extra people, we can get Gale out.
On you. Just should we even explain this? Should we even explain that you're leading now?
I think Joral's like really focused on you as the leader, so maybe. Because if I start saying things like, I don't know all the Joral can do, but if I start saying things and Joral's just like looking at you, then yeah, I suppose we should at least tell him. I think Null's ready to do whatever one of us says.
Maybe how
course.
about
Hmm?
and silly you telling me what to do, and then me telling Joral.
I was gonna say that was sort of our old gig, wasn't it? I'll just he points a finger at you and I'll say, we can converse whenever we want and plan, and no one will know. Unless they're Inquisition and they're weird.
Right. So just, I guess, being proactive was doing that.
Okay. We gotta get all of our plans back together. We gotta get this all bottled up right now. The bottle is spilled all over the carpet. Okay. I'll keep this open, so anywhere, anytime, you can talk.
Sure. Be wasting a lot more time here.
What was that?
I don't know how much more time we want to waste here
No.
with the Inquisition on us.
No. We should probably go.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna head back to the group. So we head back. Everybody gets together. Joral, did you repair the cart? Okay, you did?
Yes, I did. I used 80 points of Flies E19 to repair the two wheels.
Okay. You can get on your wagon. It's going to be hard travel. Your wagon's probably going to break again if it just keeps going like it is. But if you can keep repairing, you can keep moving all the way through the marsh. Is that your goal?
Yep.
Okay. You guys are in for a long journey. A long, hard journey. It's tiring work. but you seem to have gotten ahead of the Inquisition. Day 3 into the trip through the plains, through the marshes, and you still have no sign of them. Hopefully they've gone on to People's Port, or they just got lost in the marsh.
Quick thing. If during those 3 days Omen is learning spells, you'd be at like 30 of the fire spells, and of the like you'd know up to 30 of all of the spells. After that, it's gonna take you 1 week for every new spell that you need to learn.
Okay.
And Filariel is gonna start learning the things that I mentioned to you, necromancy and blood. Sveliva is gonna try to get knowledge. Gabriel is going to get started on darkness and war. And Avelby?
Yes.
I would like to do 2 things during those 3 days. Could I spend one of those days making Sveliva into a familiar? And could I spend a little bit of time initiating the pact with Temperance?
You can do Temperance. Sveliva, you can control him to make him a familiar. However,
if of course, if he's interested in journeying with us and like becoming stronger and things like this, but otherwise I'm letting him know that it's also possible for him to be released, go back to the sea and things like this.
All right. He has been getting increasingly restless. There's been days on the road. There's been he wasn't let out to fight the men in white.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been really restless, and he doesn't think he wants to stay here as things have been going, because his urge to fight is slowly growing again, and he hasn't been able to exert that anymore.
That is fair. All right. In this case, I think I'm going to unbind him from the sword and let him go free in the Mukherjee River. And just tell him try not to fight humans and try not to fight people to the death.
I think there are plenty more vicious creatures in the sea.
All right. Good luck.
I don't know what to do now that I am a person.
Well,
I said I'm not quite sure what to do now that I'm a person.
Nobody really does. I'm sure you'll figure it out.
It will give the Vegas nod. It's seen you guys do that a lot, and then it'll say goodbye, Joro, and just into the water as you pass by, and it's immediately gone as you see it vanish into the river. You can technically sense its gift flying down the Mukherjee River at a serious speed.
Nice. Right. And I'm gonna initiate the pact with Temperance, which just requires me to level up one more time.
Okay. Initiate the pact with Temperance. Let me just look. Temperance. Okay.
What's the difficulty? What's the summoning difficulty for Temperance?
320. So you probably.
Okay, yeah. With just 1 hour, I summon it, and it's fine. What is the cost? Just so that I.
The 650 Xeon normally.
650. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That is 1 day's worth of regeneration for me, so it's all good.
So, just for anyone watching, he's doing this ritual for a while, and this what?
Oh, go ahead.
there's a beam of light that like shines down gently from the sky. Nothing falls from it, but it seems like to materialize just out of the light is this tremendous angel, at least 12 feet tall, with wings that span out, nearly stretching above the trees, and even or among its body, on its skin, and even floating in the air, what seems to be made of glass, are these complex and beautiful geometric shapes. And it speaks very softly, but Juro, you can hear. As you say, you only need to grow. And then it will vanish. You just need to gain a level.
Okay. I'm good.
Okay. Are you just going to continue the rest of the way? It's looking like a long journey.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, you'll continue along the Makuji River. You have to ford the Makuji River at this spot right here, unless you want to do it. No, you wanted to get all the way down here and do that limber part. Okay. So this journey's going to take a while. It will take you 16 days.
Right.
To make it here to the Makuji River.
Okay. Do we meet anybody with a horn along the way? Do we?
You after you ford the river. Sorry. I imagine you can just summon another being to pick you up and fly you across now, though.
Oh, I was gonna use Valiva's water magic to create a bridge of ice while we were crossing. I guess that's out of the question now. So
it's hard to do now.
Yeah, would probably like summon something or just like create a bridge for a short while to cross.
The bridge will need to be just take as much Xeon as you think you'll need.
Mm-hmm.
The bridge will need to be at least 1 kilometer long.
Oof.
To reach the other side.
Oof. No, I think I'm gonna redo the flying creature and take us across. How many feet is 1 kilometer?
1 second. It is 3,280 feet.
Okay. 300,000 is what you said?
300 to 3,280.
Okay, say that again. 3,280.
3,280.
Okay.
That many.
Right. Cool. I will, yeah. I'll subtract the appropriate amount of Xeon to get across the river. Okay, that's 7 turns. So that is an extra 70 points of Xeon.
Okay. You are across the river?
Yep.
All right. You are approaching.
Oh, just like, does Omen get back to me at all about the plan, or just about the idea of like summoning someone, summoning like the member of Blackstone, or no?
She'd put it off until you remind her, actually.
Okay. I'm not going to remind you. I think like I'm just gonna like assume you're aware and just yeah, and that it's like you're waiting for the right moment. Yeah.
Oh. Well, then nothing happens with that then. Happens with that then.
All right. Yep. So let's keep going towards the Scar of the Martyr.
Yep.
I think you're muted, Evelby.
I am muted. Only a few more days to reach the Scar of the Martyr, and as you... it seems to be, like, heavily disturbed. There seems to be patches of eerily dry land, and then occasionally you'll find lakes of mucky water. As you're crossing, you reach this desolate area where there are no trees, and you just see 100 feet out into mist and nothing else. You travel about a mile on this terrain where it seems like there's nothing in all directions, and it's dizzying to keep moving. Occasionally, you will see these little orbs floating through the mist, and occasionally they'll drop, or occasionally they'll rise, and you hear massive
Froggies.
noises. Little balloon creatures.
Oh,
Oh, they're
good to know what these are.
balloon frogs.
Overfox.
Like they're I think they're they're a level 2 creature. I think they're natural creatures too.
Makes you check to know that.
Huh?
Did any of you have animals? Even
Actually-
our dryad.
Animals. Idorid has 85.
Yep, Edward has seen these before. They're pretty famous. Little globe frogs.
Globe frogs.
Don't disturb them.
Yeah,
They're nasty little things, despite being so peculiar.
They eat. They basically feed on swamp gases to float up, and then they burp in your face to escape you if you try to engage, and it projects them back while hitting you with a gust of wind.
Could we catch one?
Hold on. Oh yeah, they're natural creatures. Also, like, they look horrible. They look like this.
They're big, bulbous
Meh.
friends.
Yeah. Like,
They got scythe hands too.
yeah, scythe hands.
Oh, boys.
And before long, it seems like this gives way to just a sudden eruption of tree and plant life. And as you are marching, it's suddenly really thick. It's so hard to get the cart even like 10 feet because of the severe amount of plant life and trees and tree limbs. And almost all of a sudden, Null is in the back, moving, like shifting things around wherever you need it. Omen, you're up front. The horse comes around a tree, and you're like, oh, a stretch of flat land. And the horse won't move. And as you come to peek around the side of the horse, these trees seem to be growing out of the side of the chasm. It's just a almost straight drop here. You have reached the Scar of the Martyr. Down below, you can see all manner of colorful plants and green. There's a canopy growing up out of this ravine. And it is in many places more than 300 feet down.
Alright. Gotta get down there.
Yep. Just need to do that.
Let's see. What is the best way? Give me 1 second. Has it been like a day since we crossed the river?
It's been three more.
3 more days? Okay, cool. I can bring us back. I can bring us down the same way that I brought us through the river. Sounds good.
All right, you're bringing them. Are you just going down into the center?
More like we're gonna like soar down, and I'm trying to like limit the amount of time that I have to maintain this this power, because I'm perfectly fine staying in the Scar of the Martyr for a while to gather things, because I know there's like lots of very interesting plants there. So unless like I say that to Omen, I say I'm just gonna like bring us down, try to maintain this power for as little as possible so that we can spend a bit of time inside of the Scar of the Martyr, and then I can use the same thing to get us out. Sound good?
Yep, sounds good to me.
Right.
Excellent.
How many? How fast? Sorry, how many turns does it take for me to get us down?
I'm gonna say just if you want to give everybody like a head rush, just 2.
Okay.
A little bit more comfortable will be 3.
I'm gonna do 3 then.
Okay. There's a slow curving descent into the Scar of the Martyr. Most of the top is held by trees, however, moving you quickly find just a small plot. There seems to be like a pathway going up the side of the ravine, very narrow. And there's this one point where it curves and does a 180 that has just enough open space for you to set the cart down on.
Right.
It's dark here, but you can immediately tell that there's life teeming in this place. You're listening, you can hear all sorts of the clicks of insects and the howls of creatures. Bird song is surprisingly sudden and loud in many places. What is your first order? What is your first idea down here? What do you want to do first? If I may elaborate, from where you are now, you are on a place slightly raised of the nearby forest. There are trees around you that block your view of it, but as you look down, anywhere off this path is a continued downward slope. However, the foliage is so thick here that you can barely see anything off the path. You can see maybe 10 feet off the path in any direction.
Alright. Idrid is going to start looking for interesting plants using her herbal lore, and Jorol is going to use his occult to try to find something interesting, and I think Gabriel is going to use notice.
Yeah. Ooh, gotta go. So as you're walking down, you are also assaulted by an array of smells, some interesting, some enticing and attractive, others not so much. So you begin to move down the path, just casually looking around. I would like you to make a quick venom resistance roll.
For whom? Jorol?
Everybody who is moving down the trail and exploring.
Okay.
In the meanwhile, Karma will say, so are we spending a lot of time down here, boss? And this is over Psychic Link.
I don't really know. Like, I be deciding that.
I mean, Jorl seems to want to, and he seems to know what he's doing. And I mean, this place is powerful if the rumors are to be believed.
I think it's worth us staying down here to check out what he's talking about then.
I agree. But we should probably try to find somewhere we can set down and not have to carry this cart everywhere.
Okay, how do you reckon we do that?
We need to either find some place that has more than 10 square feet to stand in, or ask Jorl if he thinks we could hack down some trees.
Could always just burn a little hole for us to put the cart.
Or that's what I was thinking. Now, we probably don't want to start a fire down here, like a big one, but you can put them out too, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. So, go ahead and ask that to Jorl. As we're all moving down, the carts behind us, helped around by Null. Omen, you start to sneeze and like your nose starts to run and your eyes get really blurry, your vision's struggling.
I think I might be allergic to something.
Well, there's a lot down here to be allergic to. Oddly enough. Oh! You're right, boss. I think I am too. Instead of Karma, it is Null who seems to have the same reaction as you do. Oh, man. It's terrible. Oh, it smells so good, though.
Okay, I'm gonna burn a little clearing for the cart, and I think I'm just gonna lie down.
Okay. You just sit in the cart and lie down a bit. Pisano,
Yes?
you have been stuck in this god-forsaken forest for 2 weeks.
Sounds fun.
The animals and the game in Dwanhof are scant and few.
Nothing worthy to fight?
Nothing worthy to fight. But from the edge of the scar, you witnessed a large creature moving through the undergrowth. You quite easily slid down the side to pursue him. However, the canopy and this strange just pollen that's corroding your eyes, they are now rimmed in yellow, has halted your vision or blurred your vision, and you have been eating your catch and also the various fruits and things you found that are not poisonous within the area. But you have been unable to find a way out. The walls of this place are far too steep to get more than halfway up.
Nah.
And suddenly, in the middle of another day of wandering in your corroded stupor, you hear somebody talking.
Okay, I head towards where they're talking.
Okay.
Where the voices are coming from.
Omen, you are sleeping in the cart. I would like everybody, including Jean, including our new character, to make a notice check. Well, actually, not Omen. You're sleeping in the cart.
Okay.
$151 perception flat.
Okay. By the way, Edored is going to augment Omen's resistances and augment.
Oh wait, 83
Null's?
flat. Sorry. Yeah.
Null's resistances.
Awesome. By how much?
20 each. All of your resistances. And I'm going to maintain it indefinitely.
All right, Omen, please roll another poison resistance.
Okay. That's a lot better.
All right. You are fine. It clears up shortly after he casts this spell. It'll take about an hour, but and during that time, as you are coming out into this nice little clearing, you guys are looking for stuff. Let's see here. What were all your rolls? Your cult is incredible. However, was that notice check the only perceptive check you made?
That was basically Gabriel's attempt to find stuff.
Okay.
I had Edored looking for herbs, Jorl looking for occult-related herbs, and Gabriel just looking around.
I would like whoever has the highest perceptive ability to make a notice check or search check.
Okay. Search is Who has the highest? Definitely not Droll.
Oh
No,
yeah.
he's an old
hey,
man.
hey, since my eyes are closed, can I open my third eye?
Though you need to meditate to do that, so you generally
Aw.
need to be standing still.
Yeah.
Okay.
66 is my save.
The foliage is so thick. Now it's thick with beautiful and interesting plant life. So as you're moving around, Itered does find a number of little things that she knows she can craft into poisons that are useful in healing cells. She knows there are some things that she's just picking up along the side of the road that make good spices. She's plucked herself a couple little things. And if you would like to write it in your inventory, you have a satchel or a container of beneficial herbs, which will give you a plus 20 to your medicine checks against any cutting wounds or any poison effects. You also have a container of plants that make very good. It's like a rash-producing poison. So you get a plus 20 to any poison-making check that involves the all-action penalty or the greater version of that. And both of these, if you haven't, does anyone have appraisal on your side, or was that just Genus?
Probably just
Genus.
Genus. Just Genus.
Okay, so you don't know how much they're worth, but you know you can make some good stuff out of them.
Just one last thing. Plus 20 poison to make what?
Any poisons that have the all action penalty effect, or there's like a minor and then a greater one. Both of them get the plus 20. And those may be worth a little bit of money, but you haven't really started your expedition. This was just going down further into the area. And I want one more specific herbalore check from Iterid. Okay, that's a really good one. So she's seeing this pollen that's in the air, and she's looking at it. She she licks her finger and lets a little bit collect in her palm and rubs it together. It looks over at Omen, and then around this time,
Is it Zopo?
shush. Around this time, you hear shuffling from the woods beside you. And in the shadows, moving through the thick foliage, is this incredibly massive individual. They seem to be humanoid in shape, but I believe they outsize Null.
I'm size 20.
Oof.
Yes, you outsize Null.
7'2" officially, with almost 300 pounds in pure muscle.
Mm-hmm. Describe yourself as you emerge from the woods to meet them.
Well, coming out is just this tall-ass, muscular fucking woman. Like, even though her eyes are watering, you can kind of see that they're kind of blue. And she just has this huge, shaggy, unkempt hair with tangles and snarls and leaves and twigs in it and stuff like that. It's kind of like it's almost like a very light brown or a very dirty blonde. And she has a horn protruding from her head. Her skin is really tan from being out in the sun all the time, and she has basically her clothes are tattered basically and messy and everything. So, and also she has a bunch of scars from various scars caused by various things from over the years. Yeah. So is my
This emerges in front of Iterid, and you see Iterid still has her disguise cast on her, right?
Yes.
So she just looks like a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Raises her arms and says, whoa. We come in peace?
So, like, am I still watering, or am I in the zone where like all of it stopped?
Nope, your eyes are still watering.
She looks from Iterid over. She looks down at Iterid and gives a light tilt of her head after rubbing her eyes to try and see better.
Hello? Meanwhile, Jorl is like tapping on people's shoulders and like pointing to where Idrid is.
I look over at the group. I look over at the group as well.
Okay. I think Avril, you were muted.
I was saying I'm bringing you guys to a map, and I wonder if you actually have. It's not.
Say again. You cut out.
Yeah, you cut out.
Sorry, I don't know what's going on. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying that I'm bringing you guys to the map, and I was like, I kind of wonder map, Kedrick, because it's got that vaguely asymmetric shape, and it's really nice.
Yeah, I think it looks nice.
Okay, but yep, this is where this meeting is happening. You are back in the cart, Omen. Right there. Oh, I should put this to the back. There we go. What do you say to one another, or nothing?
Idrid said we come in peace, and she tilted her head, so Jorl is coming over and saying, hello! Are you an inhabitant of this place? Do you understand me when do you understand Latin? Or another one of the languages I speak? I'm gonna cycle through the other languages I speak, which are mostly dead languages, so...
Well, she speaks whatever's the common kind of thing. So like when you yes, she nods at Latin, but then like looks confused at everything else.
All right. Do you live here? Oh. Do you speak?
Another shake of her head. She points at the scars that go across her cheeks, and then she opens her mouth to reveal like all her teeth are like broken or look like they've been like flattened much more, and her tongue looks like it's been like cut horizontally and then like really damaged over time because it was just like two flaps going around like they've been kind of chewed on and like cut up and stuff like that. So she closes her mouth again.
All right. I think Idrid says, "Oh, that looks pretty nasty. Maybe I could help you out with that."
It looks like the oldest wound, basically, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like it's well, she has the disadvantage of being mute, kind of thing. So I don't know how much it's gonna help.
I know. I will be.
Yeah.
If I cast a healing spell on someone who has the mute disadvantage from wounds.
It depends on what kind of healing spell. There is a specific healing spell which would help, but it's really high. Well, I don't know how high level it is.
Yeah.
I've never used it. I think it's called Recreate from the creation.
Oh yeah,
spell.
yeah, no, I can't do that. Okay.
Yeah.
So like, I think it would be aware that like that's beyond her capacity to heal.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Are you meaning to be in the Scar of the Martyr, or did you
Yeah.
you fell? You fell and you lost? I can't see both of your hands. Oh, you saw something big, and then you came down here looking for something big. Okay. Are you looking for something big to fight it? Look like okay. You're a fighter. Got it. We haven't seen anything big, but we are looking for a fight with some pretty big things. We're heading towards Terra Santa because we know there's a lot of nasty fighter undead there. Are you looking to fight this like big beast because it hurt you, or just any big beast? Any big beast? Okay, got it.
While you guys are you're trying to understand this woman, Edored raises her head and is like, "Oh, I know what that poison is." And I'd like everybody to make a notice check real quick.
Yeah. I know what that poison is. I think Gerald mentioned it once.
That one time, my favorite creature in the entire game.
Oh my god, I fucking hate Zopos.
I love them.
They are terrible.
Omen, are you still resting, though you have recovered?
Yeah, I'll get up at some point, I guess. So if now, then yeah.
You can be resting. It's totally fine.
What sort of check do you want us to do again?
Notice.
Hey, notice check.
Notice check. All right. Is it based on sight?
Yes.
Okay. That's.
Well, no, it's based on hearing. I'm sorry. So don't worry about that.
Oh, so I have a plus 50 to that.
Yes.
Okay. It's Idared. Notice.
Moment that Omen wouldn't just magically wake up because she wasn't feeling.
I did mention that I had Jorol tap on everybody's shoulder when Idared noticed someone.
And I mentioned that it would take about an hour for the penalties to completely go away, so you might still be feeling the bad and be in the cart, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Whew, all three of my checks with different abilities all end up.
Yeah. Zoya got a 109 flat.
109?
Yeah, 109 flat.
All of you are pleasantly talking until Edored realizes this. Edored immediately knows to look up. Just gets this sense oh, that's where they'd be from. And she looks up just as one's tongue is curling out to lick her face. And I will now put these on the regular panel. Everybody is surprised, except for Idarid. Idarid's fine. But Idarid, does she have the shield on Jorol?
Yes.
Okay, so that's fine. However, Genus, you must make a defense with a negative 90.
Yeah.
No.
143 with the 90.
Oh! None of my rolls are good, but that's okay. It sneaks down over top of you. Its tongue reaches out it's the entire pod. There are these little ivory floating pods with a bulbous top, and then at the top you can see little eyeballs staring down at you. They're floating down on these three long leaves that sort of float, that move like feathers. It's very beautiful until the entire bottom pod opens up, revealing teeth and a long tongue. It reaches out like a frog, snapping at your neck, but you raise your hand and immediately it just coils around and it's not going to get hold of you today. What are the shield defenses from Jorol?
You want me to make 2 of them?
Yes.
Okay. I have a plus 20 to protect myself. So that's for Idarid. And I have a minus 20 to protect Jorol. Because I'm defending somebody else. 2, 17, and 2 of 4.
Idarid is innately worried, looks up, Jorl, you might duck as you feel like a bit of your hair gets strung up as it like licks your head and then pulls back as it's pushed away by the shield. But you're both safe, and Itered knows that they're deadly to people, but to you guys they're largely harmless. And to it seems like your new friend they are too.
We're not.
Omen is
people.
inside. Yes, you're not exactly people.
Okay.
So this happens. I'm not going to make you guys roll initiative because these guys are pathetically weak if they don't get a sneak attack on you.
Yeah.
However, an incredibly distressed sound comes from the wagon. It's the whinnying of a horse.
Fudge. Okay. We should still roll initiative to know like who's
before that,
acting
Zoa activates her combat aura.
Okay, combat aura, boom.
first. Oh my god, no! Oh, that's sorry.
That's excellent. What is the resistance for that?
I got it up right now.
Mm-hmm.
Generally the radius in feet equivalent to the presence of the character times 15.
Oof.
So that's everything.
Yeah. Develops. That is. Oh, okay. In order to calculate the aura's value, the base presence is taken and bonuses added, and a bonus is added to that depending on the sum of all accumulations, as indicated in Table 8.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is to say, a character of a 10th level with a base presence of 75 whose accumulation to add 14 points would create a combat aura of 105 difficulty.
As much as I love Zopos, they don't deserve this music.
If those... Okay, so I gotta take my base presence and add my accumulation, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep. I have the table here.
Yeah.
So we need to know your accumulations.
And your accumulations are based on your stats. If you haven't calculated them beforehand, I can help you out with this right now.
No, I got my key pools up already, so...
It's not based on your key pools. It's based on your key accumulations, which are based on your stats. So, for example, if you have a stat that is between 1 and 9, your base accumulation is 1. If you have a characteristic that is between 10 and 12, so for example, if your constitution is 11, you have a base...
Yeah, my strength is the best at 12, so...
Okay, so that is a base accumulation of 2.
Yeah.
And everything that's below 10 has a base of accumulation of 1. And then you add all of them up, which should bring you to
7 right now.
Yeah.
Which
So
is a
seven-
plus 0 to the resistance. So it's just your presence right now.
So it's just your presence, which is, since you're
20.
a level 7... No, it's more
Oh,
than...
sorry. Presence is 60.
Okay. And that's a physical resistance? I actually have it right here.
Yeah.
It
Base-
is a...
Using their base presence.
Oh,
Individual-
only their presence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And since they're level 1, their presence is 30.
Oh,
They
then
can-
they actually rolled better than I had them roll because they have a poor constitution. Anyways, so they rolled a 36 total.
Against
Yeah.
60, they failed by 24.
Yeah, so a person can feel uneasy, have incomprehensible, or even remain completely paralyzed, like a toad that watches the eye of a serpent. So
They get the fear effect.
Yeah, for a 24 difference, they get the fear effect. They are scared of you.
Everybody else can roll just to see if you don't fumble.
Yeah.
But yes, all of the Zopos, like you can see trees rustling near you as more Zopos erupt from them to run from you. They seem to be soaring straight up into the sky and away. More Zopos here. More Zopos here. Not only that, but in a flash of an eye, your feet are suddenly crowded with these little buds with little viney legs that you're kicking around, and they just scramble through the area, spreading away from her. And you know, those little buds to be my other favorite thing.
Young Zopos?
Baby Zopos. Yes, baby Zopos. And they are neutral, so they don't get red icons.
Mm-hmm.
They don't fight. They don't hurt nobody no how.
So, so
and they
does,
run. Everybody runs.
does everything run? Yep.
Everything runs. All of these creatures scatter.
Immediately, Droll and Idarid are both gonna say, "Don't stomp the little ones! Don't stomp the little ones! They have a bunch of pollen in them."
Okay.
I give a tilt of my head before giving a nod, before sneering at at everything running.
So they scatter into the woods. You can hear them just with no regard for stealth tearing through the underbrush. And you can even see the adult Zopos floating away.
I sneer at everything running.
How do you activate your aura? Like, what do you do to scare them? Are you just like activating it as a power, or do you like growl at them or something?
I glare. Well, I glare at them as my blue aura flares up.
Okay. And they immediately flee. Oh, this one little Zopo?
I let the one that tried to get me free go for it that latched onto my arm. So it's not worth it. It's not worth anything.
Oh, by the way, we have one more roll to make. The horse is okay. The Zopo that was on the horse's head will flee, but I need to calculate some horse damage. Oh no.
Oof.
It died.
I don't. Horses are tough, but I don't know if they're this tough. Okay, common horse has 300 hit points.
I think they had a weapon master class, so they are usually like pretty resistant.
Yes, they're tough little horses. And it has 40 bite, so it gets a plus 30, so it deals 270.
Oof.
Not that much damage. No, not that much damage.
Oh, it dealt 30 damage. Is what you said.
No, 270% minus armor, which is just 1. So
260% of 40 is gonna be
nope,
something.
I'm not rolling it in the actual.
Something like 100.
Which is critical.
Oh. I'll roll for the horses. I'll roll for the critical. You can roll for the horses resistance.
It is physical resistance.
I mean, like
now a horse.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess the music was from the horse's point of view.
Oh no!
It died.
Ooh.
The horse gets a serious chomp to the head. They can't open a roll critical, but it is twitching and in shock and just horrified. The Zopo quickly pulls back, having nibbled on it for a while.
Oh no! Idarid's going to rush over to the horse and start casting something, while Filariel is saying, if it died, I could just bring it back, and it would be less of a hassle to have an undead horse. But Idarid is gonna try to heal it. Gosh, Idarid is using a lot of Xeon today.
Rid of all these Zopos. By the way, it was sort of horrifying to watch because this Zopo, it's about a foot-long pod stretched over the horse's face, engulfing it completely before it was scared away. And also, there's once the major rush is done, there's this one little baby Zopo who ran to and fro, unsure where to go, and eventually toppled over, its little vine legs just kicking around in the air.
Okay.
I'm
going to heal the horse for 150 life points.
I walk over to the baby Zopo, pick it up, and then toss it into the forest, into the brush.
Oh, it's like saving a baby spider. Cool. Okay.
So the horse recovered.
All of its HP.
Yeah, all of its HP. Yeah. Okay. Heal. Whew. Glad you're still alive. Petting the horse who's been now transported for the third time by a flying creature that's traumatizing it, and gotten attacked by a plant monster.
It's dead. It may be alive, but it's still dead inside.
It has seen so much for just a basic horse.
Yeah.
It has a 1,000-yard stare now.
But in this area, Karma's looking around and he says, "Well, that was something. This area looks a little bit more open than the others. I think this must be some sort of path they use coming down here from Monstrosity. Maybe we could stay here? As long as the Zopos are gone, is she staying?"
We're heading out of the of this place, but wait, is that my phone? It is my phone. Sorry.
Pausing. You have defeated 7 level 1s. No, it was 9 level 1s and uncounted level 0s already.
And I didn't. And I only had you.
Does that count as an impossible encounter?
No. Honestly, obviously, the only way they could have harmed you is if they got surprised, and because Iterid and you were in the cart, they couldn't get in the cart, and Iterid wasn't surprised, and Genus rolled well in her defense. So, I've always just wanted to see if I could kill a player with a Zopo, a high-level player with a Zopo.
Yeah, right.
They're my favorite. Hold on a minute. Have you seen this baby?
I have, yeah. I had
looks like
Zopo in my campaign, Avril.
It looks like an onion.
I know we fought Zopos, and I love them in your campaign. It does look like an onion. There aren't giant Zopos around, by the way.
Shame.
So that would be
Should be.
excellent. Yeah, there should be. A Zopo 10 times the size of the cart comes in and just sits on Jorel.
Actually be a threat then. You know, past like level 1.
Yes.
But yeah, that's basically how Zoa isn't bothered by anything minor. Yeah, combat aura, and everything runs.
Everything. Oh, he lost his eye patch. His eye patch is gone. He's gotta go again.
Juro got his eye back.
Your combat aura scared his eye back to life.
Sorry about that. I had to take the eye patch off because my boss was coming to pick up some keys that I forgot to take out of my pocket before leaving work.
Oops.
Should have left it
It
on.
happens.
I'm role playing. I have an eye patch today.
I'm glad he came now because later some illegal things are going to be happening in my home. So
Yeah.
I thought that I didn't know that was actually happening. I thought that was just like haha. Okay. Very
anyways, so what's been happening here?
We've been waiting
All
for
right.
you.
Well, sort of. A giant Zopo came in and sat on Jorel. But
It was
apart
an
from
entire
that,
foot tall.
yes, giant Zopo. So you said we're leaving?
I mean, we're crossing through the Scar of the Martyr and heading to Anateri.
Yes. All right. I was wondering how long you wanted to stay in this spot.
Just gather some stuff, and I'm hoping to find some Gestalt wood here because it's a very isolated place. It might be one of the last places in Gaia where you can find a tree like this.
What's just wood?
Oh, it's wood. It comes from the Ramelin tree. It's an ancient tree type. If you burn the wood, it just keeps on burning forever. It was used by ancient civilizations.
Huh.
What does it look like?
Yeah, wood.
It
So
has
I
it
have
has
seen
it has extremely black leaves.
Yeah, would Zoya have seen it while she was here for 2 weeks?
Well, with your eyes, make a notice check with -30.
Hmm. 71.
Nope. Ours said, however, Nell says, wait, like real black leaves? Like
Yeah,
ink black?
yeah, the leaves can be used to make clothing, and that's what dark elves used to use as their base for a lot of their clothes. And the sap is a very strong poison. The wood is very resistant and can burn forever. And their seeds can be used to make artifacts.
Over there. And he just sort of points into the woods.
Oh. Is there
You can't really see it through the forest, but he says, no, I mean, like, on the way down. Like, it's just behind those trees a little ways, and down, and there were some black leaves and something, like, hanging there. It was weird.
Okay. I say we should. I don't think the cart's gonna be able to come with us, so we should split up. And
Who wants to stay and protect the cart? Crown's like, I shouldn't.
Gabriel is gonna stay and protect the cart.
Zoya looks blankly at all this.
I mean, I was kind of a joke. We got Chef.
That is fair. So
I look-
Chef and Gabriel.
Does
Or-
Zoya see Chef?
No, Chef's in the cart.
Immediately starts fighting.
Well,
Fight,
yeah.
Chef! Alright, so... Well, then this way. Yeah, come on. I wonder if I can fit through these trees. Is our new friend coming?
Do you wanna come with us? There might be some more dangerous things.
And she seems to think about it before giving a nod.
Alright.
Okay.
Omen,
You...
are you coming too?
I mean, you're gonna have to, like,
Wake her up.
Oh.
Oma's in the cart.
Well, we should at least let her know that we're leaving the cart with just Chef and Gabriel. So, yeah, and Karma. So yeah, I'm gonna just wake Omen up and say, "Hey,
Hey, boss, I found something, I think. On the way down.
Is that you, Death? Have you come for me?
Yeah, that's me. I got crackers, too. Have some morning crackers. Death crackers.
Oh, death crackers.
me."
We should make those. I bet you could make those with Gerald. He could make some, like, real death crackers.
We might have found a Ramanan tree. We're gonna
It's a
go,
big black thing.
We're gonna go and check it out, and we're leaving you in the. Do you want to come with us, or do you want to stay with Karma, Gabriel, and Chef?
Zoya gets bored and goes over to pet the horse.
The horse is scared. Make an animals check.
Oh. I have nothing invested in it. And
You
it'd
have
be
animal empathy?
what?
Do you have animal empathy?
No.
No. Okay. You cannot make a pure style check.
I have nothing invested in style.
-30 to whatever you roll. Also, you are no longer JS.
-6.
Oof.
Drives away fearfully, whinnying for Gabriel.
I mean, I feel a lot better, and that sounds more interesting. What the fuck is happening with the horse?
Oh yeah, we got a new friend. She scared away some flying plants.
Yeah. We got attacked while you were asleep, and she's a scary warrior. Just looking for a challenge, I think.
Oops. Hang on.
You coming?
Looking to challenge us?
No. I think she was looking for a big beast, and that's why she came into the Scar of the Martyr. And now,
By the way,
yeah.
she killed that beast. You killed that beast that you saw. It's dead. You just couldn't find your way out afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I? I haven't. I have. This is why I invested in my art skill. If you want to know what it looks like, she can draw it out.
That is so perfect. So yeah, we're. I think she's gonna be interested in coming with us to Unitary because it's quite a challenge there. So yeah, it's. We're gonna check out this tree and then try to leave.
So you've already decided this?
Oh, if it's fine with you.
No, it's fine. Yeah, just. I mean, if you say it's right, then.
By the by, to clear up, is my key pools my total key? So I have
Yes.
50 unified.
Yeah.
And how much I use on the points is depending on the number next to them and the key abilities, right?
Yes. How much you can use on them per turn
Yes.
is
Oh,
on the,
so
based on the accumulation.
But
I used 40 for combat aura.
Well, you didn't use any key points for combat aura. I don't think combat aura.
Yeah.
Oh,
but,
okay, never mind.
So first of all, most of the powers don't need your accumulations to be activated. To activate, they're immediately just drained from your key pool without any requirement, and a lot of them don't even need any key to be activated. So, like for example, Aura Extension doesn't need any key; it just makes your weapons be able to touch energy without you needing to spend anything.
Okie dokie, because like I have the thing that allows me to like recover 1 key point per minute. So
Nice.
yeah, I'm a key powerhouse.
It's 1 key point, one of each type of key point per minute, right?
So it's like 6 per minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. And I'm gonna check.
And total accumulation.
Yeah.
Does not.
Yeah, you can attack and accumulate at the same time.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Although activating the aura is a free action, maintaining an aura for a prolonged time can consume the key reserves of the character. So for each 5 turns that you use your combat aura, you need to spend 1 generic key point.
You didn't need to spend it for more than 1 turn, so you're fine.
Yeah. Still at 50.
Still 50. So you coming, Omen?
Seems like I should.
What? Darn it. Well, I'll describe what happens on the way there. You descend. You descend through the trees, through this eastern part of the woods. There are some rocky slopes in between them, but you seem to be going down. It is only about 50 yards of travel, so like 150 feet, but it's through this terrible brush that makes it feel like it's taking forever. Before you come out into what seems like just this faint stream. It's a slightly more open area. There's a stream running through it. To either side of the stream are more thick bushes and trees, but just a little ways beyond, it parts for what seems like this massive black arc. Its surface is modeled and textured with the very same thing, with the very same texture of wood. It just seems to like loop out of the ground and then right back in beside the stream. And around it are these little bright blue and teal flowers. So we'll see
Teal flowers.
Blue and teal, yeah. They are blue in the center, like a very, very rich, impressive blue. And as they expand, they grow much more lighter and almost glow at the teal tips.
Zoya goes over to pick one.
You got to pick one?
Yeah.
As you pluck it from the ground, you feel like something strange. It's like the flower is like shivering in your hand, as though like it almost feels like you were grabbing like flesh. But it shivers, and then the head of it like slowly wilts. It still retains its color, but it no longer gathers. It's no longer open. It's now closed.
I go over to Jorl and shake his shoulder, showing him the flower, like looking at him as if to do something.
I roll occult.
I will let you use your old occult if you'd prefer.
What?
I'll let you use your first occult if you prefer the 500.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. Now, to re-describe what they saw, you marched down this slope, you found a stream, and a little ways down the stream, you found not a tree, but what seemed to be this massive, just one end of a root coming out of the ground and then digging back into it.
Okay. With black leaves?
Yes. Little black leaves and a very dark textured surface.
Oh, nice.
And sprouting all around the base, where this root comes out of the ground and where it goes back in, are these weird 5-leaved plants that are deep, rich blue at the center and teal as they spread out to the tips. As she picked one up, it like shivered visibly in her hand and then seemed to wilt a little bit. And she brought this to you.
Yeah.
Your 500 occult will remind you of hearing of one of these little plants. You don't know its exact properties for medicine, but you do know... Oh, shoot, I had it. Where is it? Okay. That they are called the Nictum agrova. And they are these odd little plants that emit an energy as though they were beings with the gift. And as you get close, Iterid and Omen, you can sense this very faintly.
Oh, are those like components for Xeon potion or something?
If you want to know, they with your occult, you know that they do have a little bit of a power that can be used. If a live specimen is used, it can get you up to 40 level 2 power points, and you can stack them for a total of 150.
I shove Zoya shoves Jorl's shoulder more, looking at him again to do something to help the plant.
The individual leaves, if you pluck them and put them in a bag, if you dry them, they can retain the power for quite some time, but they give you less.
Okay. I look at this and I say, this is perfect. This is exactly something that we've been looking for. It's not from the Ramelin tree, right?
It's not. The species is generally only found here and in the vicinity of these roots, but they are not of the same family as the Ramelin tree.
Okay.
By the way, if you want to give a herbal lore check from Iterid, that will tell you about like the other options in the potion.
Okay. So from what you said, it's like it's an ingredient for a level 2 artifact for something thingy, right?
Yes.
Okay. And Iterid's herbal lore is 139.
Well, as you tell her it's a Nictum agrova, that'll help her a little bit. She knows that these are actually in Dwanhof a little bit infamous for their ability to make hallucinogenic poisons.
Damn, and Genius isn't here.
Not just hallucinogenic poisons, but they have the unusual and inexplicable quality of creating very specific hallucinations.
Ooh.
Specific, like some probably something mystical, right?
Most of the people who suffer from it can find themselves when refined. A person can find themselves lost for months in the hallucinations. And these hallucinations are generally of being lost in a forest of Romulan trees.
All right, good to know. I'm gonna let the others know that about the properties of this plant. And
Unless you dumb it down, Zoa's just gonna like look at you confused.
I'm gonna basically say I can make a hallucinogenic a poison that affects your mind can be made out of these, and also some alchemical potions. If you give me some time, I could make something very interesting out of these. Maybe we could look around. So, like, is that the black leaves that but not karma, Nolso?
Yes, this is. It's more of the trunk itself is kind of black.
Got it.
And it looks to be, like, as you examine it, and with your recall, it looks to be Romulan bark. But it's just one large root.
Can I tell, thanks to my herbal lore, where the root is sprouting from?
Yes. It seems to be coming from a western position, generally, like southwestern.
Right. We could potentially go and check this out. How many level 2 power points did you say there was about in this place?
Total?
Yeah.
Let's see, let me do my calculations. Total, if you collect every single flower, now they won't stay alive unless you have a really good herbal lore. You know, these things are incredibly difficult to keep alive.
Yeah, that's fair.
But if you made something here, there's 240 total level 2 power points to spend.
Okay.
There are 7 plants.
All right, good to know. Okay.
Wait, does Zoa see him try to pick the plants or something?
I'm not trying to pick them up yet.
The plant you have in your hand is already done. It's
Yeah.
not dead, but it's dying fast.
Okay.
Is Iterid is the plant one, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
She's with us?
Yes.
She's with us, yeah. All right. Since Jero doesn't do anything, Zoa goes over to Iterid and holds out the plant, looking at her to do something.
You want to see if you want to make another herbal lore to see if you can keep it alive?
Yeah. 148.
Sadly, you know that it requires an infusion of Xeon, but you don't know how to go about it exactly.
Okay, how to infuse Xeon into it?
Yeah. Well, you know how to infuse Xeon into it, but you don't. But like, there's a specific regiment of how much it takes, and if you overload it, very similar to regular plants, it'll explode. You also know that it still desires water. And
we can make it explode?
Well, explode as in the individual plant cells explode.
Okay.
It's not going to look like. Psh.
Oh.
All right.
Unfortunately, that's the boring part.
I'm gonna like transmit small amounts of Xeon to it, and I like about 1 per turn.
Okay.
Just like see.
You begin just like giving it faint amounts of Xeon. You see, like, whenever you do, the bloom sort of like opens just a little bit, but will repeatedly close. And every time you do that, it shivers a little bit. It's very unsettling to feel it shake in your hand. It's like something a plant shouldn't be able to move.
A small one, yeah. Zoya, a soft whine emits from her throat as she looks back to Iterid.
It is gonna stop.
You suspect you could keep it alive for longer, but It would die in a day. With that roll, you might be able to keep it for 3.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to point out that it seems to be coming from this direction, and that we could potentially try to go and have a look over there. So 240. That means 4. Okay. All right. Blah blah blah. Yep. Here we go. It's gonna be 240. That's gonna be 260. That's gonna be 380. And yeah. Okay. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Okay. Pretty sure. Yep. Okay. Joel is going to start like Gabriel's gonna come over from the carriage, making one of the quality swords that Svaliva was in appear. I'm gonna show it to our new friend and say, "Do you know how to wield this?"
She gives him his gives a shake of her head, and she points to the bow on her back.
Oh, okay.
And then her fist. So.
Okay. Yeah, bow on your back. Can I have a look at this? Okay. Is it regular quality bow?
Yeah. Okay. It's a regular longbow.
All right. I can make this. I can use those plants to make this a lot better for you.
She gives a light tilt of her head.
What's the presence of a bow is 30, right? Avalby, you're muted.
Oh.
I thought it was less than 30.
Oh.
It is. There it is. 20.
20? Okay. All right. So it's actually only going to take me a minute to do this. And like I can make a check for you, but the total difficulty is like 360. I'm basically going to I can only enchant 1 power into the bow, but I'm gonna do that.
That's a big power, though.
It's
no. You're gonna use all the level 2.
No, it's not using all of the level 2 powers. Okay. Difficulty, as I said, 360, so I pass. This bow now gives you +1 strength when you wear it. So yeah.
13 strength.
Yep.
Woo! But that's a boost.
Yep.
You're gonna need a better quality bow soon, because you can't get the strength value from that added to your bow.
11 strength, so 12 strength. Sorry. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, yeah. What?
I was gonna say your bow is sadly not the quality that would let you use that strength when you shoot with it, but you can still wear the bow and punch better.
So it takes the bow back, gives a nod, and puts it back on her back.
Is it a constantly active effect, Joel?
Yes.
Okay, so you feel significantly stronger. It's 1 point of strength, but that I'm pretty sure it over doubles your lifting capacity.
Yeah, from 440 and 1,300 to higher.
Almost. It almost doubles, sort of. But still, you grab this bow and you feel it like suddenly feels so much lighter. Nothing has ever been very heavy for you, but suddenly it's just like you're ready. You could jump 20 feet more. You can do whatever you wanted to do. It's a weird sensation for you who has always been so strong to suddenly be so much stronger by touching something.
How much presence do the cat ears headband have? 15 points of presence.
It does not. It has 10. They're lovingly made, but if you didn't hold them carefully, they're probably almost ruined by now.
That's fair. How much presence did the branch of the undead rose bush have?
The branch of the rose bush?
Yeah.
The rose bush had 10. Did you take any cuttings from the big plant monster?
No. It was the rose bush that I got from the other place. Okay. And I'm the other equipment I have on me is a crucifix. That Joel would have. Does that have any presence?
The crucifix is the thing that you started with. This is your item.
Yeah.
Is it made? What is it made of?
It just said the crucifix.
If you want it to, it can be made of wood or silver.
Silver sounds good.
15.
All right. I'm going to enchant. Do the same thing. Enchant the silver crucifix, and I'm going to give it to Edorid. It's going to give +1 probably intelligence. No,
I was
actually,
gonna say
power should be better.
We could have just negated Haru's entire character.
Hmm?
If we really wanted to, we could have just negated Haru's entire character and given her a bow that made her intelligence 8.
Yeah, because
Suddenly you're smart. We will not let you.
Yeah, because like Zoa's intelligence is a 3, so.
Oh, how many level 2 points would that have cost?
50.
I still have enough points to do that.
I don't think that. I mean, if that would be like the thing on Jorul's mind, but I think that at this point, maybe later. At this point, that might be a little bit metagame.
Yeah, that's.
However,
correct.
In that very same way, wait, Jorul has like great and everything. No, you could give Jorul one that give him 8 strength, and then he'd be a really buff old guy.
Sadly, I think I already have. Oh no, I have 4 strength. Oh, okay. Okay, and I can enchant 2 more things. So I'm going to enchant 1 item to give Karma a boost of +1 willpower, and 1 item to give Null +1 strength.
Would you have items that you're enchanting, or do you want them to offer?
I'm gonna have them offer an item that has at least 15 presence, and unless I fumble, I should be okay.
Karma offers. He has this little amulet that you immediately recognize comes from Kushistan or Stygia. It's got this little bug emblem, this little dragonfly emblem on it. He has this necklace on it, and he gives that to you.
Okay.
So that gives him his willpower, and good old Null just like plops his whole arm down. He has a big glove like with metal knuckles on it, and that has enough presence for you to enchant.
All right. Yep. Silver crucifix +1 power. All right, and that used up all of the plants that were present here. Meaning I now have a modifier of 30 on my power.
Excellent.
And I think,
Man, Karma and Null just got a good little boost.
that's my role as a support. And that only took me 1 minute per artifact.
Yeah.
I took the 120 penalty to be able to do that correctly. But
now all we need is to get some artifact materials of even higher quality.
well, I do have we do still have the ingots. I'm just waiting for Gabriel to get better at forging stuff.
Yeah.
So it doesn't.
Oh yeah,
kill
but
her.
by the way, Zoa's strength is already inhuman, but now she's extra inhuman because her natural carry weight is 770 pounds, and her maximum load is 110.
Nice.
She can almost carry the cart herself. Almost. She is, by my
With
calculations.
everyone in it.
Yep.
Right.
All we need is one person to step outside, and then she can carry it.
And also, I am going to have to go now.
I was going to say
Yeah.
it's 2 o'clock.
12.
Everyone.
Yeah.
I think Stan says somewhere to be 2, right?
Yeah.
Oh, but it's like 8 here, and I haven't had dinner, so.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Go get dinner.
Have a nice day, everyone.
Have a good day. Hope you enjoyed.
Yep. See ya.
Now get to meet Zoya.
Next time, we're following that route.
Yes.
Yep.
Hi everyone, and thank you for watching this video. If you want to keep up with all of the adventures on this channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button so you can get a notification each time we upload the next episode of this story. And it would be very nice of you to like and share the video to help this channel grow. Have a nice day everyone.